Let's toast.
Look at me, always being extra.
In the way.
Shut up.
You didn't even say we was toasting too.
To you
That's
two beautiful queens.
And you
to
king.
a great episode.
Yes, that's it.
That's what we come for.
I'm here for that.
I'm sippin', 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 I'm sippin'.
Sippin', I'm 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 sippin'.
This is Sippin' with Sammie. I am Sippin' with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sippin' with Sammie, you ain't sippin' right. Please get your fucking life together. It'll be 2023 already and you wouldn't have had a shot yet. And today I say, I got my homegirl back in the situation, you know what I'm saying? She back in her seat. Sunny Brick, what up?
Yo, I'm in the building.
How the hell are you?
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Absolutely. Phenomenal.
Was that a Maya Angelou poem? Phenomenal.
Yes, phenomenal woman.
Phenomenal. That's heavy. I like that. Absolutely. And speaking out of turn is Stormy Pea.
Oh my bad. Damn.
Nah, you good.
Always good.
God.
This is always good.
She's like, I always get caught.
Damn it. Hey y'all, I'm happy to see both y'all again. What's y'all?
Always,
Good to see you too. Are you phenomenal also?
I am.
Okay, wonderful.
And blessed, black, and highly favored.
All of that.
All of that.
Oh, that's right.
Speaking of which, you called me the other morning and what did you say?
Good morning, Saints. That's how I talk on the phone.
I'm asleep. All I hear is good morning, Saints. Like, I swear I answered Stormy.
It was the longest pause you have ever heard in your life. I'm like, hello? He like, hello? I'm like, yo, you don't hear me talking? He's like, I don't know what's going on right now. You ain't never been to church?
She's talking about some. I'm mad I wasn't recording that because that was too perfect. I'm
yes.
like,
I'm hollering.
Yo,
like, literally.
And first of all, I did respond. I said, solid.
He actually told me about this. So I think that really moved him because he told me about that.
Like,
He was
her
like,
and my cousin Janelle. That's the only ones in the world.
Right.
Listen,
crazy like that.
You ain't never had to read the church announcements?
I mean, no, but one of my favorite people in the church was the lady that read.
Thank you. Good morning, Saints.
Shout out to Miss Genevieve.
Shout out to Miss Genevieve.
My mom out. She's still family, but she had the sweetest voice, that soft voice. Good morning, Saints.
Good morning, Saints.
And everything was just so calm, and the whole church would be quiet.
Yeah.
And she used to hold it down for
the problem is
60 years of doing announcements.
You ain't never had to read the sick and shut-in list. That's what the problem is.
And you know what? Last thing I ever wanted to do was church. No, real rap. Like, you know how some stuff, especially when you were a kid, you're like, I don't want to get up there. That list, no, because it get weird.
Why get weird? Just read the names.
The crowd gets weird, depending, like, if it's one of the elders in the church and stuff, like, you start hearing the rumblings and it get weird. And I'm super sensitive to death. Like, it doesn't bother me as much as I'm aware. Like, I know, I peep all the signs because I've been through it so many times that it's like, oh shit, she was one of them.
No,
right.
that's where I got a lot of
I don't want to tell everybody
practice.
that. No, I mean, thank God for you.
Yeah.
God bless you. I love everybody that could do it, but for me, I don't want to be the one to give the church that news. Like, that's the darkest thing of the whole day. We just got finished singing.
It's actually not, because that's when you ask all the old ladies for candy and they don't mind digging in their purse getting out the peppermints. So, like, that's like the best time for me.
Yo, this is hilarious.
And y'all just explaining everything to me because I grew up Muslim. So I'm sitting here like,
oh my God.
I've been like,
no,
my
this is the
grandma
thing.
a time or two. I mean, I've been a time or two when I was younger, but
it's just one ceremony to you.
Yeah,
you wasn't in there breaking
down. And she was Catholic, and she would the St. Raymond's on Saturdays when it was real
ceremony.
Quiet. So it was
at
like
St. Raymond's today. Rest in peace, Ro.
Absolutely. Rest in peace, Ro. So I'm just sitting here like, oh, okay.
No,
so that's when you asked for the candy? Because I thought you asked for the candy. Like,
and they always got it.
Right.
They always got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always. But since the last time I've had you ladies here, we've both separately been on Chocolate Chip and Sip.
About time.
Yes. We made that happen.
I feel like we went viral with Catastrophe.
Catastrophe did go viral. Yes, it did.
We went pretty viral with that. That was kind of crazy, but that was fun. I had a great time. She bought me my own bottle. Kavasi had the big bottle. She's like, you gotta take this with you. I'm like, now I'm driving from Jersey with the half
so
bottle.
Let me tell you, she got me drunk off of some Telemadil off of 2 shots. You know,
Off of who? Tell him a what?
Tell him a do or something like that. I don't know what it was. She said, "What do you drink?" I'm like, brown. So it's like some kind of whiskey or something. I don't know.
I know what you're talking about. Brown.
The green bottle.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
I know what you're talking about.
I didn't even have. It wasn't even this much. I'm looking at my shots. I'm like, I'm drunk as shit.
I'm just
talking
saying.
crazy on camera.
It's okay. No, because so many people was like, I'm cracking up with you in the whole facts. I'm like,
That shit be funny, man. I got a lot of feedback though, for real. On some real shit, a lot of people thought you was on my show. It was like, yeah, you and that girl that you had on your show, y'all got good chemistry, and I'm like, which one?
right.
Because I'm thinking
Sonny?
maybe you're
Me?
talking about, and
What?
then I'm like, they like y'all was talking about oh no, that's her shit.
Right.
That's her shit.
No.
Yo.
So I might have got you a few subscribers.
Y'all definitely
You know what
have
I'm
to make
saying?
sure y'all check into Chocolate Chip and Sip because my girl be going in. It's hilarious. She's funny. Like, just got it all. So
And it's chocolate chip and sip, so we gonna sip just
And
like
what's
it's
my
sipping
white
with
boy
Sammie.
name?
Yes.
That was
Dan
there.
or Kev?
That was the one that was there when I was there. The one that sang.
The one that sing?
He was singing this shit.
Oh, Kyle.
See?
Oh, I don't
She
think I
named
met him.
everybody but my
'Cause
man.
I didn't meet him. I don't think he was there.
He's not there all the time.
He was by himself this
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
he
he's
was
not there all the time.
He was holding it down because he had to figure a lot out on the fly. But
The
he's
one who
hilarious.
didn't know about Juvenile. Yes.
I'm cracking up.
Because he dates black girls.
But he didn't know what to do when you hear Cash Money Records taking over for the 99 of 2000. So we
Listen,
were
I'm
like,
mad that this is her formal test though. Like,
Yes!
she really
It should
threw him
be.
on the spot. Like,
It should be.
Thank you.
Like, don't touch your phone.
No.
What are you supposed to do?
If you in all this, you should know.
thank you and thank you.
Well, salute to y'all. One, as a platform, because I had a great time and y'all had me on there. But two, because your clips are great.
Thank
The
you.
clips
Yeah, they were
fucking
hilarious.
work. Like, I know a few people that do good clippage, and y'all one of the top. Y'all one of the top
Yeah,
with y'all
I agree.
situation. Who clips them for y'all?
I do.
That's you?
I do
That's
all that
you
myself.
Sitting at home like,
No, listen, I be up like at first it used to take me like 2 hours to do a clip. Now it takes me like half an hour, 45 minutes, and I just knock them out per read. But shout out to my producers, Dan, Kevin, and Kyle.
because it becomes watch, rinse, repeat, but it still takes time.
Right. Because everyone is different.
Yeah, shout out to my producers, Dan, Kev, and Kyle, because
out
they
to the
make it
producers.
very easy to just pull clips, slice it up, and then push it out.
They
No,
never-
but you make it easy to pull clips.
I'm about to say, if you
like,
keep saying crazy shit, it ain't far to reach to find
Yeah.
something.
It's not crazy to me.
All right.
I think it's
We think it's
Real.
special.
yo,
Yeah.
you be coming up with terms I never heard of. It be like the most randomest, weirdest shit I ever seen in my life. I'd be like, yo, where do you?
but it's real.
So my question, so this is actually one of my journalistic questions that I had, and everybody, I asked you this, I think the first time we sat down, but now I'm even more intrigued because you be like not just with regular shit. Where do you get your inspiration from? Like, where do you draw from?
it's really like everyday life.
It can't be.
I promise that's how ridiculous my life is. Like literally every single thing. Like I put a clip up on my way here. Like, yo, when
Yeah.
I was growing
I'm
up.
looking like, how you late and you just posted something 15 minutes ago?
That's the thing.
What the hell is going on?
I'm cracking
So
up.
I'm like so OD. I've like figured out when my like good posting times
Correct.
is, how long each clip should be. Like I research all this stuff. So that's how you know I was late, because this is not my posting time. So like I'm late for here. I'm late doing this. I'm just trying to go. But yeah, so on my way here, I had posted a clip like my grandma raised me. So like she didn't teach me how to shave or nothing. So I didn't know you wasn't supposed to like just shave the front. You had to like open the lips and do all that. So like my pussy looked like a mullet. It was like bald in the front and it was like hair in the back, right?
Not a mullet.
It was a mullet, like full Joe Dirt pussy. Like that was
Right,
me.
right.
and
so
that's what the caption said.
And I
Joe
didn't
Dirt
know.
Pussy for me.
I didn't know that you were supposed to do that
Are you
until
serious?
a man told me, like, why you only shave the front? And I was like, what you mean? Because that's what you're supposed to do. And he was like, no, you gotta like open
Nah,
up
you
and
got
get in there.
leftovers, baby.
So my dad raised me, and nobody ever taught me either. But I've always shaved entirely. Like,
So
always.
you knew you supposed to contort yourself in full pretzel and
Yeah,
get all
I
that.
don't know how I knew, but I did. I just felt like that shit ain't supposed to
Follow
be
the
there.
trail.
I was
I
like, yeah, it's
know.
not supposed to be there. Like, some
Follow the
there,
trail.
some not. Something's not right with this picture.
This is what's funny about this conversation. We left the funeral earlier. Shout out to Net, my goddaughter's mother. We at the restaurant eating, not shouting them out, and we drinking. And they like, you drinking beer like an old man. Why you don't take no shots? And I'm like, I gotta do the pod later, and I don't need to start off
Being
drunk.
responsible.
And then Kay was like, yeah, he's gonna be with two of them that they go hard.
Shout out to
And-
Kay.
And I was like, but I be letting them have it. And she was like, no way, you let them have it. And I'm like, because sometimes they start talking about pregnancy and shit.
Hey,
and
man, you see
I
me
ain't
having it
got
our
nothing to say
way.
about that. And they was like, she said, you supposed to redirect. I'm like, no, the people want to hear this shit. So I let y'all, and y'all just went into shaving the lips, beyond the lips. And I'm just sitting here.
Did you know that?
Huh?
Did you know that?
That when I cleaned, I had to sweep every corner?
Yeah.
Yes.
You got the back room too?
You got the back room too.
Listen, man.
You got the basement.
I was grooming.
You was grooming the basement.
I was grooming.
You was cleaning the
I
backyard.
followed the trail.
I don't know, but then
It feel weird once you clean somewhere and then it's something and then you know when you did it right when feel different when you wiping.
Yeah.
I think another one of my problems is I'm just a hairy bitch. So I was like, well, this is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, McGilla.
I get it. So I just don't like hair. I can't.
McGilla, gorilla.
But you know what it made me think of?
Huh?
Zestfully clean. You remember that?
I remember Lever 2000 for all of your 2000 parts.
Exactly.
That was like the dumbest shit ever.
But I'm saying zestfully clean because you
No, I
gotta be
remember
clean.
that.
Like that's what you gotta remember, clean.
It's crazy though, cause I could see, like you said, your grandmother, you said your father. There's so much stuff for women to learn that could get glossed over, and it could leave you late.
Guess what?
It could leave you labeled.
I might have had a book. Like I was one of them. Like I used to go just read books.
You
and
could get
stuff,
labeled
everything.
like that,
for real.
though.
Like I
Like,
really
just
would
not
go to.
knowing.
I would really get books for everything.
I think that I was full
of course
blown.
you- of course
My
you-
bad. I
Of
apologize.
course, you got books for everything.
My girl's
I didn't
intelligent.
say I had books. I would go to the library and get books. Like it was the only place I was allowed to go. I was sneaking. You know, I was sneaking. I was everywhere. But what I'm saying is that I had
Well,
books.
even when you sneak, you had to come home with a book.
I did. You would never lie. You must know the story.
You smart.
You know the story?
No, I
smart.
just guessed.
Yo,
I
it's
was just
definitely a
guessing.
story like that. Like yeah, I was
Her
outside.
eyes is scaring me.
Look at her. She's like, how the fuck you know?
I'm nervous.
My dad had me on a high speed chase with a dude in my car. My little first boyfriend. We could have fucking died the way my dad was chasing us. I damn sure told the nigga. I jumped out, went to the library, came home with all these books. He was like, "I know, bitch, I know you." I was at the library, Dad. Like,
Yo.
You got chased.
What?
You ain't got
He
books.
saw you.
Right, and you ain't got books.
No, I was at the library.
Yo, daughters, man. Yo.
Father, what? I was at the library. Whatever do you mean?
that's exactly.
If you was a boy, he'd have caved your chest in.
Big back.
He'd have caved your chest
Stop
in.
this.
Like, who you playing with?
Cocked it back too. Yes. Yes.
Like,
Yo,
that's the power of a daughter, because you really gotta just look at yourself.
Yo,
and
my
say,
dad. We
"Nigga,
was
you
on a
gotta
whole
take
chase
that."
in the Bonneville. You know, the ghetto
In
ass
the Bonnie.
Bonneville.
Not in a
In the
Bonneville.
Bonnie.
I was in a Bonnie.
That's
Yo.
almost as bad as a Crown Vic.
No, Bonnie's a little. It depends.
Bonnie, Crown Vic,
Celebrity.
Grand Mercury.
Celebrity.
They what?
The celebrity.
What's a celebrity?
Yeah, the
Chevy
celebrity.
Chevy
Chevy
celebrity.
celebrity.
And it might have been one
You
of
used
them
to get a
too. We had one
celebrity
of
for
them
like
first.
600, and them Jones run, and the heat dump.
Remember the celebrity wagon?
And the heat. I mean, I was a, you know, what I mean, it's been in corners. The
Yo, I
heat
had a
was important.
celebrity. I definitely
The
had a
heat was
celebrity.
important when you with a car all day.
Yeah,
sense.
especially when you had a squatter with heat that dump. Oh my goodness!
What? I done spent a few hundred on a couple cars, and I was like, yo, I can't complain because the radio and the heat was worth way more than what I paid for this car.
Right. It might be 15 different colors, but,
Yeah, but
listen.
guess what? It was warm and we was bobbing.
Boom.
Listen.
Boom.
You know what's crazy too? If the inside of my car look great, and I don't want a raggedy car, like I don't want dents, but if the inside feel like a Lexus, I'm in a Lexus.
Like you better.
All I
speak it
see is
into
what I see.
existence.
I don't see what y'all see on the outside. I
Right,
see
you
right
damn
here.
sure
My
don't.
dashboard and all of these seats is comfortable. It's like
I'm
when my old
hollering.
head real uncle actually coincidentally jumped in I had a Roadmaster, a Buick joint. He jumped in the back seat, said, "Run me to the store." I said, "All right, OJ." He said, "Yo, I love these caddies. These caddies got the best seats. They be having the." I said, "What caddy?" He said, "Oh, this a Buick." Same shit. I'm like,
my
that's how I be
God.
feeling, OG.
Yeah.
Same shit. Fuck it.
I'm cracking up at that one. I'm cracking up. Yo,
These is facts. He really said that shit, and he wanted, one of them.
yeah.
One of them.
Run me to play the numbers. Run me to get a beer.
Yo, I'm crying. I am hot.
I'm glad that everybody figured out I'm too busy for that shit these days. 'Cause I used to be on that type of time too. And
Hey, die on your own time, nigga.
let me pause for my bro.
Thank you.
Nah, I'ma die. With y'all.
I'm gonna pause for my bro.
With y'all. Don't pause.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, go. Let's go.
Yeah, we don't need that air. But chocolate chip and sip.
Mhm.
What is your favorite clip thus far that you've put out?
It's not my favorite, but it has caused the most controversy. It's that fat men last longer. And like, the skinny niggas is mad.
Are they?
Real mad.
They was sounding off. They was coming at you.
They still, I released that clip almost
It was
a
a while
month
ago,
and they
yeah.
still going ham in the comments. Every day I get a whole bunch of comments about it. Every
Good
day.
thing.
Every day. Every day. I'm like, yo, who hurt you? Like, fat niggas can't have nothing. They can't have a little bit of shine. Like,
That's
no,
kind of what
they
I
is
was
mad.
thinking when you said that they still mad. I'm like, but why fight them? Like, why be mad at them getting the W?
Right,
Like,
right,
that's
right.
kind of weird.
Yeah.
I promise you, this is like the first clip that has. This is the second clip that has done well on all platforms, but it is the first clip that I have 1 million views on Facebook and Instagram for. So I'm like, wow, y'all really upset. Like,
Yeah.
y'all really tight. And all the comments is just skinny niggas like, yeah, they last longer at the dinner table. Or like, yeah, they last longer because they got fewer strokes. Like, they going ham.
Well,
like,
when
really
you
hard.
try to figure out the logistics of it, it is weird. First of all, because a fat motherfucker is a skinny motherfucker that overate. So it's like, at any given moment, we could be fat people. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's super weird to try to gauge, like, well, what's the difference? So you might say some shit like the stroke thing would probably be one of the first things that pops into my head. Like, cause skinny niggas be probably trying to tear you up and fat niggas be on it. But you don't know that.
Listen.
Like, I ain't here to gauge nobody twerking though. That's what's weird. Like, I couldn't comment on something like that. Like, that would be weird to me. Like, what would I say
Right.
without feeling weird?
Listen, as a skinny man, you gotta join all the other skinny men and apparently spew hate.
I gotta hate too.
Because that's what they doing. That's what they doing.
No, I don't think so. I don't think
I'm
so.
supposed to hate
I think you could be a real one and take it like it is. Like it is what it is.
Boom, boom, boom. That's all I
I mean, but
ask.
the twist is like, does that cause a preference thing? Like, did that box all the skinny niggas out of your contention?
No, but I think some big boys definitely got a little extra.
Little extra happy.
They got a
like,
little
they
bit,
got
you know,
they got a
yeah.
little boost in their feet.
Exactly.
They stepping a little
It's like
harder
when light
today.
skinned dudes was out. Like,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And the
Whatever.
whole clip wasn't meant to like bash
it's like when
skinny
dudes
men.
with dresses decent. You know, I'm
Always.
saying.
You mean always?
I don't think that
Doesn't matter when it was. It's just the
I
same
don't-
thing as what
I don't
I'm
think
saying.
it was always. I think that, you know, growing
You
up.
are very
it
close
was-
to me.
Hello? All right. What's down here? Okay. Yeah.
So that's funny though that's the one, but it kind of makes sense. I get it.
What was your other one? Because you said that was the second one.
The other one is when I was talking to 100 Days of Summer. He's like a guy who teaches men how to give women orgasms.
Okay.
And we were talking about how a lot of guys don't know that when you're like pounding and jackhammering, it doesn't feel good to every woman.
Right.
And that like a lot of guys don't know that when she put that hand on your lower stomach, it don't mean keep going. It mean you doing too much.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So that was like my top two.
Yeah, but they gotta know other moves too, like leg, all kinds of shit that is like.
Read the room, nigga.
Listen.
Read the room.
Not even them, females. This little shit, you like clench that leg, nigga. You can't go in no more. Listen,
But then, but then also in the clip, I was saying like, you know, a lot of women don't say nothing because it's like, you know, my mama ain't raised no bitch.
Correct.
So they just be taking this shit and they hate it, and it's like that one tear really far from the corner of your eye when you like. Cause it's like, yo, I just gotta take it.
But it must be a fat nigga.
We talking about Denzel tears.
Yes, that one tear. Yes,
Y'all are
exactly.
stupid.
Listen,
It is what it is.
it's better than a Viola Davis snot bubble. Like I'd rather have that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Y'all ain't see first ladies, did y'all?
I couldn't because I just wasn't pleased with the stills. I wasn't pleased with what I was seeing. I love Viola Davis. I love Michelle Obama. I just wasn't pleased with what I saw.
What are you?
I don't even know what it is. I feel
It's a
some type of
series
way.
about a few of the first ladies throughout history of the country, and Viola plays Michelle, and she received a lot of backlash because she spent every scene like this, like Shanae lips, like talking the whole time. But I think, first of all, we know Michelle got them lips.
I think
But
it's the cheeks too. She was trying to
she was
situate
trying to
the cheeks.
oversell it
Yeah.
too much, and it's like you don't have to do that. You can embody everything else but that.
Right. You
Because
can
that's
embody
something
her.
That doesn't look natural to you. But I think what made it even more disappointing of a cast for me than that was there's a scene where they're at dinner and Barack takes her jacket off and she has on a red dress. And you know that ain't Michelle's body.
Oh, I heard about that.
I didn't hear about
I
this
heard
one.
about
What
that
is
one.
it?
Yes,
I mean,
yes,
Michelle
yes.
got hips. Michelle has ass, breast. Like when she took that jacket off, and it's the way that they shot it. It's like from a distance, so it's very silhouette based. It's like,
You know what the problem is? I forget what role she was doing, but she had to gain a bunch of weight for something. And I feel like she's always been very muscular. In my mind, she's always been like borderline
fit,
Tina
yeah.
Turner. Like just
I was about to say, she's
Angela
fit right
Bassett.
now in the movie that's out right
and the
now.
woman
they had to do all their own
Yeah.
stunts for that, so that's different
Yeah.
workout.
This
That's
is what I'm
crazy.
saying.
Yeah.
She's always been very fit. So I feel like maybe they filmed that a little bit too close to whenever she did that movie
That's
where
probably
she had to gain
possible
weight.
too. That's probably possible too.
Yeah.
But I think like I was a little sad for her because when she was asked about it, she referred to the fact that people thought that she did a bad job with the lips and all of that. And it's like to be something that big, that monumental, and she ain't been a star that long. She's been killing for a bit, but she's not one of the ones we grew up on. You know what I mean? It's like I'm kind of sad that she didn't enjoy that depiction that she did. Like,
Okay.
Hey man, at the end of the day,
I guess it happens though.
if
right?
I get
What I say?
booked for some shit, I'm still gonna call Annalise Keaton. We love you, Viola Davis, and you just out here
absolutely.
killing it.
Yeah,
we
she
love
killed
her.
that. How to
But
get on murder.
I just just made me think about that shit because she. I was like,
I don't need to check that out because I didn't see it. I remember
You
hearing
don't
about
look at
that.
it, please.
don't do that. It's very interesting though. It's very interesting because they touch on similarities and disparities between, but a lot of them they all fought for women's rights in their own ways and they did different things. And one of them, the husband wasn't the one with a living mistress; it was the wife.
Is it based on true facts? Okay.
I wonder who that was. I'm a nerd. I should know this. Who was it?
Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt. Yeah, because after a while he got paralyzed.
wasn't
I can
because
see
of
that.
Oh,
Oh well, yeah, I ain't mad. Do your thing.
Wasn't because of that.
Do your thing, Miss Roosevelt.
Wow. Okay. So I'm
Yeah.
educated. Learn something new
No,
every day.
I watch a lot of things that I probably shouldn't be. But
No, you're supposed to watch all that. You're supposed to be exposed. That's what it's all about. Like you have a whole platform. You're supposed to be like that.
And
I'm ashamed and embarrassed that I didn't know it. I'm like, what y'all talking about?
I'll be honest, that's a part of like why I have to indulge in and that's the thing I could ask y'all. Do y'all ever find yourself watching stuff specifically just to be informed because you probably will be questioned on camera at some point?
Absolutely.
Like or on
Every
a
day. I
microphone
do
at some
all
point?
day. All day, every day I do. All day, every day.
I don't. I think
That's why your
I'm pretty.
platform is a little different too.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, because she got her topics and the topics is based on what she knows.
No, I think that I'm like I said, I'm a nerd, so I don't think I specifically go out looking for stuff that like might fall in this category. I like to inform myself. That's where a lot of my dirty definitions come from and stuff like that.
That's what it was. That's
Yeah.
what got
Yeah.
me intrigued. That's the one it was. I'm like,
Dirty
this cannot be everyday life. This
like,
ain't
I
it.
watched-
Not this dirty definition.
I watched
Listen.
10 minutes of the Ashanti interview today just to see the part when she said something about a response to Irv. You see what I'm saying? Because like it's
yeah.
like it's a current event.
It
And
is.
As much as I'm really not gonna sit through a whole Ashanti interview,
Right.
I kind of gotta hit because
Why not? Because this is Ashanti right here.
Because-
I wasn't even going to bring it
And
up.
mind you,
See, listen, I
Ashanti-
said this
mind you,
interview I wasn't going to bring it up,
Ashanti
but
is
you did.
gorgeous, and I would love to look at her for 40 minutes. But ultimately, a lot of the talking points are the same because she hasn't really done as much artistically and publicly besides posting bikini shots that we go crazy over every month.
I think
And that's cool, but it's like I want to hear this thing, and then I'll catch up to you when you catch up to us.
I think that the top 3 topics that every Ashanti interview, and it's no shade because I love Ashanti.
Yeah.
Top 3 topics every Ashanti interview got: her bikini pics / her travel pics, Irv Gotti now, or the fact that she wrote and sung a lot of J-Lo's songs and didn't
became a
may
thing.
or may not have gotten credit for it.
Right.
That's like every Ashanti interview. But no shade, girl. I love you. Get your coin.
And this is what I'm saying. It's like if she would have, not sat back and done whatever for so long. Oh yeah, and the new thing was her re-recording her music to try to regain her masters.
get her
Yeah.
That's the other thing they were
That's
talking
the other
about.
thing.
That's the only thing she's really done to speak of since Murder 8.
So guess what? I really love Ashanti. I have every Ashanti album
But
except
you
for the
would ask
Christmas
Ashanti
one.
20 different questions then though.
Yep.
Right. But I'm saying I have
So
every
I will
Ashanti.
watch
But what
yours.
I was about to say is that I have every Ashanti album except for the Christmas one. But I have every single one of them. But my whole thing is that I didn't care. Like I feel like Ashanti also. I don't want to say she's underrated, but like you said, like she has. And I still don't think that she has reached have been able to do the things that she could have done, right? I didn't care though. That's my whole thing. Like, it was 20 years ago. I really didn't care. Like, Earth, if you really cared and you was really trying to tell your story, I know your story is coming out right now, but that's a part of the story that I didn't need to know.
Part of what she said,
yeah.
Part of what she said is she's pretty sure.
But think about his wife, nigga. You got a whole family. Like, this is unnecessary.
She said that she's pretty sure he said it for viewership.
Clearly,
clearly, and in his drunk mind, it kept going. Is what I'm adding on to it. But she literally said, and it's a brand new interview, and she said, I think that he understood that it would get clicks, and
we call that clout chasing.
Correct.
But now this is the thing.
It's so much more about their whole team that I wanted to hear about.
This is the part that we gotta realize about Earth. As talented, as brilliant as Earth is,
he is very.
It's a lot of cornballs with money, yo.
And getting money doesn't make you not a
people
cornball.
Post a meme all the time, but then when you see somebody that's famous with money being corny, it's like, but no, I mean, just
it is what it is.
You roll with some folks and you hang with some folks and you're
that was
a decent
definitely I didn't like
being,
that move.
Doesn't mean that you know how to handle women. Doesn't mean that you know how to handle adversity.
Yo,
it doesn't mean that you know how to talk to them people in them offices.
Guess what?
But Irv knew how to argue in them offices. He don't know how to handle his women.
As a woman, it made me look at him different. Yo, I look at Irv so different now as a woman.
But it should make you look at him different because now he's exposed something about himself that you didn't know before, which is his level of petty and his obsessiveness that is kind of scary. It's creepy.
The crazy part is this tied into what we talked about on my podcast, and I was like, yo, if I hit you more than 7 years ago and you no longer have access to me in that way, you're corny. Why are you still on my hit list?
Correct, because you fell off the whole facts.
He fell off her whole facts real bad. He is trying to stay on so bad. No. But like, bruh.
Now, there's no such thing as falling off a whole facts because regardless of how the woman looks at it, if the whole facts is reported to somebody, it's based on how they take it. It's not based on what you believe in.
But guess what? Like I said on her show, every accident is not reported. That joint was not reported. That joint was not reported.
See the thing?
It was a hit and run.
Let's go.
Let's go. Now I'm confused. We talking about Irv or we talking about...
We talking about Irv. It wasn't a hit.
No, because I mean, we could talk about. Yo, I just want to make sure I'm responding to the right thing.
I want to make sure. I got it.
It was a little bit of both, you know.
Oh, all right, cool. No, because when it comes down to it, like, I mean, and let's be for real. Ashanti's special. We see this all the time. Love and Hip Hop, Peter Guns and his artists that he wound up marrying and all that. Like, I mean, when you're a creative and you have energy with somebody that you can create with. Artists are weird that way. Like this is something.
No, I agree. It's like something about their creative energy. A lot of
times they date while they filming.
Their creative energy.
And all of that. They had them flings on set and stuff. It's like it's a thing. It's a binary. It's something that you haven't been able to achieve with the billion people you met before them, except 5. You see what I'm saying? And when it's a female and male or whatever your interest is,
right?
And y'all are vibing like that, it is very, very. It's a slippery slope. Those lines get crossed quick because mentally we're into each other. Mentally, right. we get it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? I might have to tell my
especially
wife
when you have to act
more than
romantically.
I gotta tell you.
Don't have to act like you pulling it out. Don't act like you have to like you smashing. Like it's a whole.
So it's one of those things where it's like I'm sure that he had something with her that he wasn't able to achieve from all the other baddies. You see what I'm saying? That he wasn't. So that's why it sticks out so much because it's like she checked all the boxes.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Except for the marriage box because he was already married.
Because, well,
correct.
He was on the outs with her, and we found that out through the TV show. But at the same time, not making an excuse for it, like I said, he's weird. But what makes it where it's still a thing is because I don't think he's ever. It's like your first crack hit. Like you're never gonna get that high.
Chasing that high.
Oh wow.
Like she like ERYKAH does to creatives. If you notice, every dude that we say she turned out, is somebody that's super.
You talking
creative.
about Queen Badu?
Yeah.
You talking about
that Baduism?
Listen.
That's what I'm talking about.
Listen.
Sell candles with my vagina.
Woo!
Listen.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
It's like with her,
but like it's the same thing. Spiritually and creatively, look at the gentleman we're talking about. Common, Andre, J Electronica.
Yeah.
These are dudes that are super artsy, super creative. And I'm talking about the hip hop art. I'm not talking about like just trying to paint them with a whole whatever.
Right. But they are though.
They're very intellectual, spiritual people. If you meet a woman that's like a master of these things, you running with that shit.
Okay, now let me ask you a question. Whose pussy is more powerful? Erykah Badu or Jada Pinkett?
It had to be ERYKAH.
I was gonna say ERYKAH too.
It had to be ERYKAH because Jada done been with a few motherfuckers. They went about their business, kept it decent because she's like the homie type.
Who?
Pac and a couple others. It's everything ain't everything, so I'm not gonna act like I know for facts, but
They went about their
she
business?
she didn't go from Pac to Will. Trust me.
My thing is, they didn't just go about their business either. My man August Alsina had to tell somebody. He had to tell somebody.
August is very different in the way that, first of all, that's predatory.
Talk to me.
The man was broken. You helped him heal while having sex with him.
I don't think that's predatory.
I think predatory.
That sometimes, this is not uncommon, right? You'll see where a partner will die and the other partner will become romantically involved with a brother, a cousin, a uncle, or father. It's just like Yep. I'm not saying nobody died. I'm saying he went through something, right? He was going through something, I think his mom or her sister or something.
He went through a lot of shit.
His brother got killed.
His brother got killed. He had to adopt his brother kids. He was on drugs real bad. Every fucking curtain in his house was pitch black. Like,
And so what I'm saying is, it's not uncommon for people to latch on romantically to whoever's closest to them.
because of his grief, because of what he's going through. I understand
you have
that.
to be very
but what I want to say
with
is,
that.
because...
But there's similarities in that to what I'm talking about with the other situation.
Right.
Okay.
So what I want to say is, because she's a close second runner-up, and
I don't know if it's her.
No, I said second one because I'm saying Erica's number one. Is what I'm saying.
But I don't know.
what I'm saying is,
Jada
but because
Erykah.
even she
Hold on,
doesn't. Even because she doesn't.
time out. Let me tell you something.
How many rings? How many rings has J-Lo had?
You said J-Lo?
How many rings has J-Lo had?
I missed J-Lo. We talking about J-Lo now? I don't think J-Lo is a contender. I don't think J-Lo is a contender. J-Lo can't seal the deal. I don't think she's a contender.
She sealed the deal like multiple times.
She was married how many times?
Goes back
like 2 or 3 times.
No, she was married to the dancer. She was married to Mark Anthony. Then she was married to. They got divorced. They were together again.
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck. They're married to Ben Affleck now. She was married.
Owner.
Yeah.
Who?
Not Tommy Mottola. One of them.
No,
Mariah Carey's with Tommy Mottola.
But she was married to a dancer first. Then she was married to Mark Anthony. Then she was married to she was messing with Puff, but she couldn't seal that deal. But nobody.
Derek Jeter.
Didn't seal the deal.
A-Rod.
Didn't seal the deal.
This is what I'm saying. Her stats aren't that good.
She sealed the deal with a dancer, Mark Anthony, and Ben Affleck. She's been married at least 3 times.
My point about it, if you listen to the list, this is a sniper list full of men that all try to keep her.
I think that
they're snipers. They hit everything.
I don't think she belongs on this list. She belongs on Kim Kardashian's list. She doesn't belong in a film for pussy.
I agree with that.
I think it's still the same. I think Kim still gets ahead of Jada too.
You lost your fucking mind.
Not with the good
Kim don't have no. You know what the difference is?
It's different.
Jada and Badu.
It's a whole different thing.
Jada and Erykah Badu have niggas acting out of character. Kim don't have that. Kanye don't count, of course. Kim don't have that. J-Lo don't have that.
He was
Their
chilling when
pussy
he was
makes you go crazy.
Now see, and this is why I don't think we've been fair to the Erykah guys.
Okay. But y'all let me tell you how I feel.
Character if they act enlightened?
No, but what I was about to say is this. To my point, exactly. Thanks for allowing me to come in right at that moment. Because what I was going to say was in regards to Jada, because she's so finessed. August Alsina is a young buck. She was able to swoop right in and do whatever she did to him. However, my number one, Erykah Badu, had Andre. We thought Andre 3000 was high all them years. He said he just started smoking.
And we thought he was high.
He said 20 years. Y'all thought I was high. No, I just started smoking. He said that in the Kanye last album. He said that.
You know what's crazy? I think that.
Tell me you ain't think 3000 was high all these years.
But he also understood branding too.
That part.
So it was a mixture of those both going on, like with the shoulder pads and the.
But look how decent he was.
It wasn't just Erykah.
But look, it wasn't. But look how he understood branding to the fact that look from Southern playlist to Cadillac funky music. Yeah. Look at the branding from that because they was young boys and they still killed it all the way to Hey Ya and Love Box and Speaker Below and
go to Aquemini. You don't gotta go that far.
And now I'm going through all of them. Yeah. Actually, I forgot Aquemini.
You started turning that corner around Aquemini.
Through all of them to recent, like I said, to the most recent Kanye album. 3000 is thorough. He knows branding. But Erykah Badu definitely put that thing on him and had us thinking. I thought he was high. I didn't know.
I'm gonna tell you why we have to blame Erykah for.
Can I say something real fast though?
What?
I don't think that Jada and Erykah should be in any other category besides themselves because their pussy gives men the freedom to be themselves.
No, because
Jada
is not letting Will be himself.
Nope, I agree with that.
Jada is puppeteering that situation, and you seen it in real time. Like, you seen it in his face. You see how even calling it a fucking entanglement and insisting that it has to be called an entanglement is fucking crazy.
I think that
is crazy.
I think we need to mind our business because
now we gotta mind our business.
Wait, hold on, wait. Let me tell you why.
Pick a side.
Wait, let me just say one thing, right? I think that whole situation gave to me very much. We have our own understanding. This nigga just told everybody because I don't know why everybody was acting like for years we didn't think they were swingers anyway.
That's not the
correct.
You know what I'm saying?
That's not
but
the
when you put a face and a name on something,
now it's something different. Now she's a cheater. Now she's X, Y, and Z. But we always thought they were swingers.
The conversation that we're having is once it was public and we as a couple decided to address it publicly, you had to become the dominant force, the controller in the whole situation, regardless of how uncomfortable your mate was doing it.
But here's the thing.
And you didn't
that's probably why Will Smith Chris Rock for
any
real.
leeway. You didn't allow any like I'm saying when he says she had a situation, a relationship, whatever, and she says entanglement, and he says, well, that's what I'm saying. No, entanglement.
Right.
Like, bitch.
Right.
Okay, but we gonna act like for years we didn't think or the
No,
rumor
we know
wasn't.
all of that,
No, I'm not talking
But
about
when
that.
you go
I'm not talking about
public,
that.
when you go public,
I'm talking
it's
about
a whole different.
For years, you know, there have been rumors that Will Smith was fucking Dwayne Martin.
Right.
There's been rumors that Will was fucking everybody.
But when you go public with something,
and then you got to even think about further than that. After the slap, she didn't back him then.
that's what I was getting to. Actually,
Her statement after the slap was fucking crazy.
Yeah,
yo.
I agree. I agree with that.
She really threw him under the bus, and I mean, like, not in a literal sense, but as much as your wife who still loves you could.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's the power
That's
of the pussy.
scary. And that's not the power of the pussy. That's the power of I got tape, and you know that if you leave me,
This is
it's
what I'm
200
saying. That's
million
why I
going
think
with
it's
me.
something. No, I don't even think it's that. I think it's something. Because don't get me wrong, she getting chicken off Red Table Talk. She's getting chicken
But it's
off
not
Red
real
Table
money,
Talk.
though.
We're talking
But here's
about
me-
$25 million if you ask him to do your film. If not, he does the production, writing, scoring, and everything for his own films. It's nowhere near the kind of money.
If we're being fair, though, right? We're not going to act like there wasn't a long period of time where Will Smith's films, and I love Will Smith's films wasn't slapping the way they used to.
Slapping
He went
has
through
nothing
yeah,
a
to do with
bunch
sales.
of
but Will
bad-
still got Fresh
Slapping
Prince
has
money.
nothing
That's
to
when
do
you're not
with
making
sales.
money off of it.
No.
Wild Wild West money.
See, this is the twist.
I don't
Now,
think Wild Wild West did that well.
But he had a whole soundtrack.
No, Wild Wild
and
West
it
did pretty good,
Yeah,
actually. It was a horror
maybe
movie.
not in
think-
our community, but
No,
it
I
did
don't think
pretty
it
good.
did what they expected it to
No,
do.
it didn't because they expected Independence Day numbers. You can't do that with everything.
right, Independence Day.
Like, you can't
Dude,
do that with everything.
Did y'all know he turned down The Matrix for Wild Wild West?
yes.
Ain't that wild?
But, I mean, artistically, if you think about it, he might have went with what he thought he could pull off.
That's true. Because at the time,
Or where
Matrix
his
was
energy
unheard
was
of.
at.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I mean, think about who was Neo. The person
Correct.
that everybody says can't act.
He
got
still
to play
can't
the guy that talked like a robot for a whole movie.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Will is
yeah.
not the robot talking guy.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of weird. So I really don't. We pick scripts based on what we know and based on what we feel.
True.
You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna fault you for that. But let's get back to what I fought.
Look at
Erykah
us
for.
having good conversations.
I want to fault Erykah for this, and I think we all should.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
We talking about
What happens when men date Erykah is she talks to them about if you don't want to record, don't. Move at your own pace.
I was waiting to hear what you was
Follow
going to
your
say, and
spirit.
damn, you hit me.
No, because this is because if you,
You know
look
how I feel
at
about
the list
music.
of
I get
dudes
you.
that we're talking about, their hiatuses and their breaks and their gaps, especially when they was in
Hot and
there,
popping.
it was because they sitting there smoking that Badu, talking about something. You know what?
It's that Baduism. You ain't
I
here.
get to the
Baduism.
studio next month, not tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm what we go on vacation? Fuck it.
I'm good. Let's go.
And then the thing, and what make it so fly, and why I could never disrespect that queen is that they all do holidays together. Mm-hmm. All the baby daddies be there. Mm-hmm. All of them, and they all cool and they all geniuses. Imagine that table. That's crazy.
We actually had a conversation off screen about that. About
one of
how
nephews and some shit. Just
Yeah.
sitting there watching these niggas argue over fucking footballers. Random shit.
That's
Yo,
crazy,
we had a
man.
conversation, some meme going around and saying like baby daddies and baby moms should always be good, and I just think that that's like family, like that's real family type shit. Like that's like actually like wow, like an aspiration for people. I feel like should be.
I think we don't give
That's like a
ourselves
family.
enough credit for the fact that blended families have been a thing since we got to this fucking country.
That part.
Absolutely.
That
You know
part.
what I'm saying?
That part.
Working a mom working 2 and 3 jobs. Well, there was women in the field with somebody else baby strapped to their back and their front.
And on their titty.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like I saw something recently, it was a post when they was talking about the what do you think about the what was it? Oh, some lady had somebody else breastfeed her child or something.
Yeah.
That's
Wet
what
nurse.
a wet nurse is, though.
And I'm like, but you know that like we fed all of y'all.
The crazy
Like
part
our
about
moms, our great grand ancestors fed all of y'all.
Yeah.
If she just had a baby, she was in the crib to feed.
Yeah.
You know how like everybody has like their position. Like I'm pretty sure during slavery times, all my family was like wet nurses. Like I still could produce breast milk until my son was like 8 or 9.
God,
Like
damn.
I know, like if I
I'm not
squeeze
gonna
up,
hold you. I was gonna say,
dog.
same thing. I'll be
Yeah.
like, I gotta go get a test. Wait a minute, what's going on?
Listen, if I hear like a breast pump, my boobs will still like.
Listen, I take a test all the time. I'll be like, wait a minute.
You got a test in your
Now,
back pocket at
hold
all
up.
times.
Is that like the thing in church? Well, shit. I'm sorry, but
She can answer.
When you in church,
got you, girl.
no, because you know in church when a baby start crying, all the old ladies go like this. It's like a reaction, like they don't know how not to bounce their knee, and they be on the other side of church. You just see their knees bounce.
No, that's because they want to
You
go
see
get that
before?
baby.
No, exactly.
They want to go get that baby.
But they already doing the motion, and they don't
Mm-hmm.
even dig it. Like it's funny, yo. That's like one of them things.
I'm hollering.
Probably. But you know who else has a really good blended family? Y'all know Wayne Brady? I love
Yes.
Wayne Brady.
Yeah, I know.
Wayne Brady.
Does Wayne Brady have to slap a bitch?
Yeah.
I used to like Wayne because I used to like Whose Line Is It Anyway. I'm big on improv. I love
Yeah.
improv.
He's so fucking
Yeah, he's funny.
talented.
Talented
Shit.
shit.
He's definitely funny,
Yeah.
talented. Yeah.
He's on Dancing with the Stars right now. He's about to host the AMAs too.
Yo,
He's a genius. He's
And he
brilliant.
was
He's
on,
what they want that little white boy that produces everything to be. What's his name?
Who?
The
Ryan Seacrest?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody Wayne Brady.
They
And that's
want
on
him-
Wayne
no,
Brady.
I was
they-
about to
but
say, I give
literally,
you that.
If Wayne wasn't black, he'd be Ryan Seacrest. You gotta think about that shit.
He was on all kinds of stuff. Wasn't he also on The Price is Right as well?
Yeah.
Price is Right and all that
And
shit.
I also loved him
And you know,
on
that's
the Wayne
one of the
Brady show.
treasures.
He had his own
Wayne
show.
Brady show, yeah.
Wayne
Yeah,
Brady
I
show
loved
was
him
cool.
on the Wayne Brady
But the
show.
Price is Right is one of their
Isn't he from like
treasures.
Vegas? Isn't he from Vegas?
I don't know.
Don't
forget
quote me
where
on that,
Wayne's
but I
from.
felt like he was like from Vegas, but I might be
I don't
making
know.
it
Hold
up.
on. But what I was saying was,
Yeah.
so his ex-wife has like a new boyfriend, husband, whatever.
Mm-hmm,
They have a baby. He's like the goddad.
Yep.
He was like very in tune with like when the baby first brought home, and like they're like a fucking unit,
He
kind
did
of
some
like
shit where he moved by. He bought a house by him
yes,
or some shit too.
yes,
Yeah.
they are like
So that's
such
kinda
a
like-
unit.
Borderline creepy to me.
No,
I didn't see it though.
He
So
didn't move
listen,
across the
let me
street.
say this.
didn't move across
the
the
first,
street.
this is the first time I'm hearing it. So
Yeah.
I haven't seen how it's presented. I haven't seen anything about it. So you're like, I'm just thinking about my husband. Like if I had,
They also have a kid together.
yes, I'm saying.
Maybe more than one. I'm not
Right.
sure.
So I'm thinking
I think
that.
they
I was just thinking like, I don't know. It's kind of different.
You're
Like
basing it on your husband's personality too.
correct. Absolutely.
Because we all know that
It's not for everybody.
It's monolithic, right?
It's
so
not for
there
everybody.
are a lot of people that,
Same for everyone.
and I mean, also, initially, maybe not, right? But maybe we work to a place where it's like, you know what? This is final. That is right now, and I actually love that baby.
I was
can't
about to
hate
say,
the
but you know
baby.
what? I actually think it's beautiful now. Just in stepping back and thinking about it. I mean, like I said, I was just introduced 10 seconds ago, but 25. But and just thinking about to see men react like that, to see men, because you rarely see, or women, but it's just one woman involved with 2 men in this situation that I know of. But regardless, to see humans acting like that is actually like, you know,
I think that's
aspiration. It's what it should be.
I think that's cool, and I think like I know a situation where my high school girlfriend, her brother and his wife were high school sweethearts, and
Excuse me.
No.
they broke up during the college years or something.
Yeah.
She had a few kids, he had a few kids. They got back together later in life, got married, and they got 7 kids together. That,
Wow.
you know what I mean? Came from
It's the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, like they got a couple of their own, and then they got the few that each had outside
Right.
of the, and it's beautiful and it's funny because it's like I saw that when I was 16, 15, and I was like, that shit is possible. Like you could lose her and get her back and be mature enough to be like, well, fuck it, bring the tribe and it's cool. And like I remember a couple of their sons, you know, kids look up to you. I remember promising them I was gonna buy them fitted hats and shit. And when me and her broke up, I was mad because I never gave them their hats. And it wasn't I intended to. I was working in sneaker stores and shit back then.
Yeah.
But it was like I hadn't been around them like because I was gonna take them, let them pick their own joints out like they kids.
Yeah.
So that was one of my biggest regrets. But it's funny because I learned early on that those things happen.
Yo,
who exists.
I feel that on like a spiritual level. I be telling my baby dad every day, like, yo, why don't you go dump in one of these bitches so we can have another baby? Like, not me and you, but like you and somebody else, and like I help out.
Now,
like,
of course, she took this all the way left, right?
That is the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life.
That's what I want. Like, first of all, my baby dad is a good guy. He's just not the guy for me.
I remember.
Yeah,
I said before.
No, he's just not the guy for me.
Yeah, you always say that.
I really want him. Me and my son, we be like, yo, what's up? Like, you don't got no bitches? Like, what's up? Like, we want a baby.
And he probably be like, tell one of them niggas take the condom off.
Verbatim, yes.
Exactly.
Yes, that's exactly what he said.
I mean, what else he gonna say?
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
I'm like, you out here fucking, you don't like none of these bitches. Like, what's up with it? Like,
well, see,
no.
that's the thing, too. Like, you don't like none of these bitches. He liked you and y'all not together. You see what I'm saying? Like, I remember I broke up with one of my exes, and I'm at the bar, and the homegirl is like, and I ain't gonna say her name.
No names.
She like, what happened to you and such and such? And I'm like, it didn't work out, whatever. And she like, well, why y'all ain't had no kids or nothing? Y'all was so cute together. Y'all should have at least had some kids. And I'm like, do you hear what you're saying?
First of all, already,
just
like,
do you hear what you're saying?
She might as well just be like, backspace, control, delete that. Like,
please, expeditiously.
Like, hold up. Like, first of all, do you know me?
You like the only other person that uses that word. That's like one of my favorite words.
T.I.?
I love that word. Before T.I., I've been saying this since I was a kid. I've always loved that word.
But like, if you know me, you know that don't make sense. Like, I don't move like that.
I think if you have common sense, it doesn't.
I got a bunch of girl cousins that's like, just have some babies and we'll take care of them. Like, thanks.
Thank you, but no thank you.
You know what I mean? Like, I know I could have been dumped.
That's a little different than Shorty saying y'all was so cute together. Y'all should have
had kids.
Like, no.
And it's like, wow.
Yeah.
No, it's not
you
what
see
we
how
doing.
the dudes with the curly hair got all the baby moms because it's like, yeah, I need the cute kid.
That's actually my baby dad. He does not have a bunch of baby moms.
I'm like, neither does my husband. That's mine.
And I never generalize everybody, but I got a close homie in South Knowing. He got a handful. You know what I'm saying? He got that Goya.
This message has been brought to you by Magnums. Wrap it up.
Or the lack thereof.
I was literally like, I don't think this is the Magnum part.
Oh, sorry. Nope.
It's all good.
Y'all are hilarious. I love this. Like, I just want to say, like, shout out to Sippin with Sammie. Shout out to Stormy Pea because, we be rocking and rolling. And if y'all ain't sipping with us, with the chocolate chip and sip and sipping with Sammie, you ain't sipping right. I just had to do that little
and
interlude.
if you ain't on the scene, what the fuck is you doing?
Listen, you already see the hoodie. We got On the Scene magazine. We got On the Scene notary. We got another On the Scene coming up. I'm going to let you know when you can be on the scene with that one.
Is the notary mobile?
Absolutely.
All right, come on over to my house. I got some shit I need my grandma to sign.
I got you.
I heard that.
Yeah, hell
I got
situated.
you.
Yeah, listen. Come on.
Listen, let me do a little. Grandma. It's not even shameless because this is what we do. So we do e-notary. We have agents actually coming soon in South Jersey. We have agents in Pennsylvania. We have multiple agents in Pennsylvania. So holler us on otsnotary.com.
otsnotary.com. That's what it is.
You see that pen? You see that pen? You see that pen right there?
Since we are doing all the shout outs, I do want to say that you two ladies are two that I'm proud to be affiliated with. That you my sis, so like
absolutely.
I'm kind of responsible for you, but you also, since I've been around you, your energy has been great, and I love to see how y'all operate in the business realm of things and in the spaces of things that we do online. Like I never look at y'all shit and be like, yo,
that ain't it.
What are we selling today?
What are we doing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like and the progress that y'all make is a result of that.
Thank you.
Because y'all don't have the same constant arguments. Every woman gets shot at inappropriately by somebody when they put themselves out publicly, but y'all don't have an overflow of that. Y'all have more people want to be a part of whatever y'all offer.
Absolutely.
Really.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And that's because of how y'all carry it.
Yeah.
So I just want to salute y'all real quick.
I appreciate that. That's my ambition is to be like a walking resource. That's like my whole ambition in life is to be able to just help people at any given moment. So I appreciate that.
Nah, real shit. I think and it's funny, I had just watched a video recently where I had won the Legend Award, the WAM
Shout
Award.
out to you. Shout out. Absolutely.
It's not about that. I was listening to the speech I gave afterwards, and I had thanked Sister Talia. And I said, because she always has her boots on the ground and she's always in the community.
Shout out to Sister
do
Talia.
things for the community, but bigger than that, for us that want to help and don't know how to help, called Talia. She put you right on the how to help, where to help. And
Yes.
like we need that.
Yeah.
So
Right.
you saying the walking resource thing. It's like these resources is, even though your thing is your thing, we need that shit.
Yeah.
You
You
see
know
what
what?
I'm saying?
Even, I mean, and I'm not even, none of this is shameless. This is because we need it. But even on the Scene magazine, with it being a positive platform, it's just so necessary right now. Like, it was just something that was literally embedded and inbreaded into me, literally, in my blood. But beyond that, in the current days and times that we in, like, we need positive
so
news.
necessary.
Like, it's cool to
that
see the
part.
cool shit, but we also need to understand what's resourceful for us, what's helpful for us, how we gonna maintain, how we can be happy, like things that just are not daunting. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say that that's the reason that I do that as well.
And like you say, you point out positive things in the community and things like that, so that we negate the conversation when people say nobody wants to do anything until. Because no, this is proof that these things are happening around you. Some of them down the street from you.
Yeah.
You gonna be a part of it, or you gonna keep acting like what's on the news is the end all be all to everything that goes on in your world.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm about to get real and ask y'all a question, because I
Come on,
asked you this
somebody.
question. This is just a little bit geared to where, like, my platform and what I do, but I asked you this question on the phone, right? So I'm really, like, literally, like, struck to my nerves with all the senseless violence that's going on, right? And I feel like in the civil rights, during, like, the 60s and 70s, in slavery, we had, revolts. 60s and 70s, we had the civil rights movement. Like, what do y'all think that if we marched against ourselves though this time? So it's different. We always knew who the aggressor. It was always an outsider that was the aggressor, but now it was us. So I just want to know, like, y'all thoughts on, like, do you think we should protest? Like, what do you like? Do y'all have any ideas?
When it's internal, it's not protested. It's the things we were just speaking about. The community engagement, the providing resources.
Thanks for saying that.
The making awareness of resources, because we can't march against us in our neighborhood. Like, that's not how it works. It's each one teach one. It's start with your neighbors and work your way out. It's all of those things, but the twist is, I want to be clear, because when we say it's us against us, we're speaking towards black on black.
Correct.
84% of white
I don't even like that term though.
80,
it's us against us. Everybody's in your community. It's community members versus community members.
84% of white people killed by white people.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
See what I'm saying? So,
but it's in your community though.
I'm not negating what you're saying.
But it's your community. You know what I'm saying?
That like to act like everything is.
Like,
everything.
we know what it is,
like,
but it's whoever in your community. Because guess what? You could be purple, green, or orange in that community, and you're going to be a victim necessarily in these situations.
If you're in poverty, you can't even get to the county to take nothing.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
But I think that as far as the direct thing about marching, no. Not with our community.
Right, I don't either. That's what I'm saying.
That's what we have churches, masjids, schools, and recreation centers for. We can talk to each other.
But what I want to say, and I want to cut you off, one thing I said, but when my parents was growing up, I don't know this because nobody wasn't touching me without my mom or my dad, which is probably the problem. But you used to get self-discipline. I used to get disciplined by the community. You wasn't. So we're not disciplining our community, even if it's not protesting.
You can't.
We're not saying anything. That's what I'm saying. Because even at my age, they wasn't touching me. It would be a problem, right?
That's crazy. Because my answer was, we don't need no march. We need to start beating these kids' ass.
Right.
Because I think that's what a large part of it is.
Beating your own kids' ass.
Yeah.
But then
but
find
I'm saying,
another reason to incarcerate all our parents.
But no, but then
right
in
now.
the same token, just like you said, like when I was growing up, I couldn't act a fool walking
but I
home
knew
from
better.
School because Miss Susie 2 blocks down the street was gonna call my grandma and say, "Yo, she out here
That's
acting
right,
up."
right.
See, this is why I say it starts with neighbors.
So that's
because
community.
Neighbors ain't fucking neighbors.
You know what?
Nobody has your number. Like on this block, you know, you shovel stuff, you sweep stuff, and you got a motherfucker that won't speak to you, and you got like, and it's like you can speak to them. Hey, how you doing? He might not speak. His wife might. They might not speak at all, and it's like, yo, we can't even build a rapport to where if something suspicious is happening around your crib, I can call you, or I can say shoe fly, pardon me, and feel comfortable that you know that I'm in your best interest, and I won't become the problem.
And so it goes back to what you said, it's community involvement.
Yeah.
I agree. Like, you know, I moved on this block like maybe 2 years ago, and I have purposely gone out my way to speak to everybody because A, I got a son. B, like, I don't know what's going on with my grandma. Like, if something's going on, somebody needs to tell me. You know what I mean? So I purposely go out my way every day. Hey, how are you doing? And everybody doesn't
watch
speak.
your house when you can't.
Everybody doesn't speak right away. But all jokes aside, literally one day, my grandma like fell outside, and they called me like, "Yo, your grandma is outside. Like something's going on." Like, so I purposely go out my way to be like, "Yo, this,
we need that." And like the fact that it's so, like you said, you worked to build that, and that's honorable. And I try to do the same thing, and I'm sure you do. You speak.
I'm
to
gonna say in
everybody.
my
You're not one of those
either
people.
property that I have, like I know I have the numbers of at least my next 2 or
door.
4.
Yeah.
But
Next door for sure.
But the problem
But couple
is that's
down.
not normal.
Exactly.
But it should be.
And
It's
if
not
you
normal. If I was riding my bike on Upshur Street when I was supposed to be no further than Dorset, my mom got a phone call.
Correct.
say that, then
Your
I used to
Say
cut
that.
school.
Right.
I used to cut school all the time, but guess where I didn't go? Home.
that part, not even in the neighborhood.
Right, no.
Not even in
Around
the
that way,
neighborhood.
somebody gonna see you.
No.
Like, yo, if you
My
listen,
old heads might have told on me if I OD, like if I wasn't going to school.
that's
and shit,
another thing.
Them niggas would have been like, "Dawn, let me talk to you."
That's another thing. I feel like when we were growing up, you had old heads that would give you $1. You had old heads be like, yo, chill, you trying to go in the house. Like, we
Give
are
you a
not
ride
the old
from the
heads.
bus stop.
We are not the old heads that we had growing up. And I think
Right.
that we got to take some accountability on that too.
Well, and I
agree with that. That's
I
an
speak
interesting
I
statement.
speak to men about this often, and I always salute men or women, but a lot of times speaking of men when I'm talking about coaches and teachers and things like that. And I always get to the part of the conversation, you've heard me say this before. You got 10, 20, 30 little kids on your block that look up to you, whether you think you're a role model or not.
Especially if you got a nice car or you have nice things, you
Or,
be with
yeah,
bad bitches.
you be with
They
chicks.
looking.
They see it.
They looking.
And you, $20, everybody get ice cream. You asking them how their day is or speaking to them. These things make a difference because those kids, you're the cool guy. They might come to you when it's hot and something going on and they trying to figure something out and they don't know how to handle it. But you have to open those. It's the same with being a neighbor. You got to open those pathways because they really look at you. Even though you just running around working your 2 jobs trying to live your little life, they see everything you do, and that's
I'm
their
gonna
car.
take it even more personal.
That part, you better say that.
That's
you
their
better.
car.
That's my car.
That's my
That's
car.
my
I'm gonna take it
car.
even more personal because when you said that, it just hit me. Like even not only these like people you see in your neighborhood, but even like your little cousins, your little brothers, your little like. Cause my niece, actually, I didn't realize it until you just said it. I just had like an epiphany. Like my niece, my birthday was a few weeks ago, and when she texted like she posted for her IG, like, a story like my favorite aunt, and I'm like, damn, she really look up to me. Like I didn't realize I was her favorite aunt. Like, and I called her, and I'm like, damn, my favorite aunt. She's like, stop playing. You already know you my favorite aunt. I was like, oh shit.
No, I just been being your aunt.
Right, I didn't know.
And I
like,
don't compare myself to the other influences
Correct.
because we have our thing.
correct. But on a sentimental note, it meant a lot to me because
That's dope.
my brother passed away, and when my brother, like I was the first one to the hospital, my brother got killed, and I went to the back and I whispered in his ear that I was gonna always take care of his daughter because she was 11 months old when he passed.
Yeah.
And so for that to happen, she's 18 now or 17.
Yeah, yeah.
So for her to post that, I was like, and I didn't. It was like you said, it wasn't
You was
intentional.
doing it. You did it.
I wasn't like I'm gonna make sure. Like I was just like,
No,
this is my
but-
babe. Like
And I don't think Hazel was like that with me. But
Not at
even
all.
I had my little cousin Zach on here. Shout out to cousin Zach.
I saw
Shout out
that.
to cousin
He
Zach.
helps us from the concert series and does a great job. But I had him on here and he said, yo, the best thing you probably ever did was call me ugly. Because he got it. He understood
He
what
calls
it
me
was.
ugly every time he sees me.
But the twist
Or calls me.
was, you gotta realize, I watch a generation of little boys being brought up, and every 5 minutes somebody's telling them how cute they are. And my thing is, I'm trying to really convince you to keep it ugly. Don't have your head so big that you're not willing to get in the dirt. You see what I'm saying? Like keep it ugly. Like I don't give a fuck how cute they say you is. You ain't cute to the motherfucker that's competing against you. Not cute to the motherfucker that's gonna punch you in your face. You're not cute. You see what I'm saying? Like none of that shit matters unless you dating.
It's funny that you bring up the generation of calling the kids cute. It's very problematic. The generation that calls their sons cute,
Call their daughter princesses.
No, not
The
calling
princesses get bad.
I think that
The princesses get bad.
it's like a mix of things, right? So I think that when we start dressing our sons like the niggas that broke our heart, when we start referring to our sons as kings instead of princes, because how the fuck you gonna be a king? You supposed to be leading,
You still got it,
right?
Exactly.
When we start dressing our daughters like they're fucking 25 at the proms and shit like that, let these kids be kids. Once we stop letting these kids be kids,
but
they
the
just
first
started
time-
losing their fucking
But
mind.
the first time your 5-year-old goes like this in the fucking picture,
That's
do
when you got
something.
I'm so glad I have sons.
Like, but instead you got motherfuckers telling her, put your
Do
hands
this
on
right
your
here.
neck. And
Or
it's
she
like,
sees it.
what is she
Even if
poking?
she's not
and
told.
she's
She
inundated
sees
by
it.
it. And it's the thing, like a lot of, and with the conversation with men is a lot of times now, is when my daughter does, I can't get mad at her because I know her auntie is twerking on TikTok all day in front of her. I know her mom is watching Love and Hip Hop with her on the couch while on the phone, commentating, explaining things, breaking down things that she doesn't readily identify. Now she gets it. Now you want to say she's acting grown. But when she comes to me and I'm trying to have my little princess, my boo boo, and she says, "Daddy, look," and starts twerking, I can't get mad at her.
That's
like
when,
these are the conversations that men are having that women aren't aware of or don't want to acknowledge. Like, and not saying that twerking or any of these gestures are the end all be all, but it's very scary when you know what the fuck is on the other side of that shit.
But can I say something? You knew she was watching Love and Hip Hop and twerking at the club every Friday when you dumped in her.
No, this is the twist.
Let me know the twist.
Because there was a time where women hid a lot of things. A lot of their worst things.
But even if I watch Love and Hip Hop every Friday,
and I'm not making
don't
it.
mean I'm gonna watch them. Like my kids don't watch.
It's not even about Love and Hip Hop. That was just.
I mean, just mature entertainment.
But at the same time, when I bring up Love and Hip Hop, a lot of the times these are women that their moms look up to.
And these are women that their moms looked up to when you dumped in her.
Yeah, but before social media, a lot of women's darkest things or strangest things, men weren't presented with.
I agree. So I'm going to say, if your child is 8 and
vice
under,
versa.
you know better. If your child is 8 and under, you knew better.
No, I believe that. But like at an age where you can go in your phone and be like, damn, so when she bored, she just takes pictures of herself and does weird stuff with no bra on. I used to think that women was fucking learning more than us and trying to figure out life and doing shit because y'all smarter than us. I did not know that everything is about looking at yourself when you bored. And look at every caption on a selfie. It's an excuse for why you took a picture of yourself.
I don't want to hear that
we
because
did not know
I love
that.
being an outlier.
I'm gonna give a little bit. I'm gonna give a little bit of feedback right here.
No, give me
because
pushback. Push.
Every caption on a nigga post is about how much money we both know he ain't getting.
I don't really see that many money posts with niggas.
Money posts, niggas hating posts, niggas ain't on what? You ain't got no money.
Now, I'm
confused.
gonna be fair. Like I said before to somebody, everybody's social media newsfeed is different.
True.
Right.
So like, you might exist in a realm, and no disrespect to you, where there's a lot
it's
of
a bunch of fake niggas. It's no disrespect.
Like,
they fake.
On my
they
page,
fake.
like I'm inundated with artists and shit because of where I run around most time when I'm telling somebody follow me is at a performance.
And you don't think they fake a little bit?
No,
they be perpetrating.
No, but they don't talk about money. They all buy the same name chain and want you to believe it's real. But they're not. But at the same time, I don't buy in any of that. Like I know that if you spent $20,000-$30,000 on the chain, you probably wouldn't want it to look like everybody else's.
That part.
So like I don't even buy into that. But as far as the captions go, because just think about the flyest male caption. Probably what somebody like Fab always writes some fly shit under a picture that's like dope and fits what he's talking, what he's wearing, or what he has going on. Like that's not about money.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Them dudes is weird. Like they weird. And not saying I don't follow weirdos. We're all weird. I like being weird because I think that if you're not weird, you average. And if you average, that's a C. I'm special.
Amen.
I'm special, so I'm not going to always fit in. It's not going to always make sense why I do what the fuck I do. But when you look at the flip side of it, it's going to be like, yo, he went for that shit and he got it. When nobody cared about what that was.
Right.
He went for it and he got it. And you know me. I can go just as hard at doing the wrong thing as I can go at doing the right thing. I don't care who's paying attention until I get to where I'm going.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I duck my head to make sure my grandma happy.
That part.
But my grandma know I smoke weed and drink liquor, so I ain't pulling no punches for none of you motherfuckers.
Speaking of my grandma, no. My grandma does not understand.
Did you ever explain to your grandma that she didn't explain to you that thing?
No, because that's just the first in a long line of things that she didn't understand. Like, first of all, my grandmother is.
That's like back in the day, they wasn't shaving. Like grandma times, they wasn't shaving.
My grandmother is a 5'2".
No, and I'm but I mean, you know, women. I might have came.
My grandma is a 5'2" thick red bone woman from South Carolina.
She explained her grandma before. She explained it the first time we interviewed.
I remember talking about her.
What she grew up in is not what we are all growing up in.
But I mean, even like jokingly, like
yes,
I didn't mean like did you blame her?
No. I do blame her for a lot of stuff.
I mean, like I didn't mean did you blame her in person. I mean, did you ever like joke about it? Like, grandma, you know you had me upset out here.
I do, especially now because like she has dementia, so she like, so she be like throwing shots back. Like she's way more fun now than she used to be growing up. First of all, and she can like take a joke and she can throw one too. So like it's cool now, but she's way more fun now.
Yo, she is hilarious.
Yo, and it's crazy because shout out to my grandma in the 90s. She's been the same the whole time.
Yeah.
I can remember her.
Yeah.
So you said your grandma was in your 90s, right?
Like 94.
Is she? So my grandma's 89, and she's entering this phase where she likes to relive shit that happened a long time ago, and it's like we're not talking about that right now.
But
What the fuck is going on?
Thing.
Yeah.
My grandma, you could talk about something, and she'll sit on it, and you'll go on 3 conversations later, and she'll be like, "Yeah, so that's over there by the such and such. That's right by the such and such," and she'll give you a full layout of the area. But you don't realize she was sitting there trying to remember where y'all was talking about that. Like, we went out last night and we was over by whatever neighborhood. And mind you, she go to the hospital and home. She don't be driving around the city, so a lot of shit changed.
Your grandma still drive?
No.
Oh, I was about to say, God, I'm so
She
jealous.
stopped a while ago. My grandma, my aunt had bought a Chrysler with a Hemi, and my grandma was like, "Nope." If my foot fall asleep, that thing go to nope.
It's a wrap.
She ain't
I
playing,
remember
and
that.
she stopped driving before she actually had to. But she's spoiled. We take great
That
care
part.
of her.
That part.
We take. My grandma loves her, like, because she's been over there so many times. Because always over there.
Yeah.
But, like, they're spoiled. But yeah, man. I'm glad she don't drive though. I'm so glad she don't drive.
Question, for the both of you: when you get old, do you want to be put in a home, and is you gonna be getting cheeks in a home?
If I'm in a home getting cheeks, it's the old people dorm.
It's not no. That's essentially what homes are.
Yeah, right.
That's what homes are.
Dorm.
You know the highest
And I would
STD
think-
rates are in nursing homes.
No, absolutely. They shot up a few years ago over everybody. It was elder people.
The highest STD rates are in nursing
But
homes.
think about
Fuck
it,
North
though.
Philly, fuck South
But think
Philly,
about it,
Southwest.
though.
That's
You
it.
on your way out.
All they doing is
Fuck
fucking.
it. They like, yo, what am I saving? What? I don't care what she got. I'm dying anyway.
Yo, listen.
Oh, shit.
Crazy.
Okay.
You'll never see the videos of like the nursing aides be uploaded, which they're not supposed to.
Yep.
But of like the men
old
being
man standing
inappropriate.
next to the recliner,
Yeah.
and she's bombing him, and he's just standing there, and they in the doorway watching him.
No, I ain't
You
see
ain't
that,
see that
one.
one?
Hell
It's a
no.
joke. That was
Hell no.
It's on the gram because you can't see
Either
the thing.
Yeah.
But you see him standing there in like a robe and pajamas, and she's in the chair with, you know, the tall back on it, and clearly.
You think they take their teeth out before they start sucking dick?
They better.
I think that.
I hope they should.
If
I don't-
you have
is it
false
better?
teeth, I need you to take them out. That's part of the.
That's what I'm saying.
experience.
Nice little
That's
gummy
like,
action.
You ain't gonna take your tongue ring out before you blow me, right? Like, don't
Do you
take
think
the
any of them old
experience
people got
away.
tongue rings? Oh, shit.
Some do.
I want to see what all these bitches gonna look like with the BBLs when they turn 92.
Me too.
They gonna look like mashed
Ow.
potato thighs. That shit is gonna drop down in their thighs and all. It's gonna look bad. You know how older women that had real big butts, when they keep getting bigger, their butt's not round. It's a shelf
Yeah.
and a triangle under it. What do you think these BBLs is gonna turn into? No, you know what I'm talking about. It's an upside down triangle.
We know.
It's a shelf and then it go down like this.
We know.
But it's not round anyway.
We
I
know.
mean, it's not sharp at the top. It's anyway.
I'm glad I don't got to deal with that. Never ever.
But like real shit, like first of all, anything unnatural that you put into your body, how long
it's
does
going to have
it,
some type of,
like
long term.
Plot twist, what if the BBLs last and you like 92 and still got the body of like look at Bernice Burgos. She's like 45 and
Well,
she
we heard
looks
me
amazing.
talk about Nikki a long time ago.
well, she the one.
I'm just saying.
She the one that was famous for 10 years and said it's finally soft.
True.
I don't think anybody paid attention to that. That's kind of scary.
And repeated
Yeah.
and said,
No,
yeah,
it's finally soft. Like, that's scary, yo. Or like watch Black Ink when Caesar chick had it, but she had complications and she had to go back over there, and then she had to stay over there mad long on her stomach. Like,
But I think we also have to mention that these are people who did not get them in the proper settings by the
I was
proper
about to say,
professionals.
speaking of that, great segue, because I just read an article today. A girl went to, I think, the DR or Mexico, one or two, I'm sorry, which other state. She went to the country to get a BBL and woke up with a kidney missing for $3,500.
oh, why wouldn't you think when they put you
I
to
paid
sleep?
for you to take my damn
Why
kidney?
wouldn't you think when they put you
Because
to
she
sleep
said it was
in
a deal
another
of
country?
life. It was a deal of her lifetime. She paid $3,500.
Yeah, to get her kidney stolen. She paid for them to take it. But dig this. Y'all don't think Dr. Miami ain't got no complaints?
Do you know how hard I work?
And then you got to think about the mentality of somebody that gets these kind of surgeries, and I'm not trying to generalize, but when we know about plastic surgery since back in the day in general is that a lot of mentalities, it's never enough. They're never satisfied. It's the hips, then it's the butt, then it's the lips, then it's the this, then it's Botox. And it's like, for that kind of personality, This shit shouldn't be that accessible, yo.
Right, and we're not
you
talking
gotta
about.
go through more to get a gastric bypass.
We're not talking about the people who are getting like, you know, skin removal after they lost a lot of weight or like the gastric bypass.
not
Like,
at
we're
all.
talking about the vein shit.
I'm talking about vanity. I'm
Yeah,
talking about like
yeah.
part of the reason we dealing with dickhead right now is because his mom died being vain.
Right.
Yo, you know she went to like 2 or 3 different doctors and they all
told
said
her
no.
No.
And
In
then
your
she
condition at your age,
Yeah.
this
No.
is not responsible, and I don't want to put my name on being the one that sunk this ship.
in my mind, she wanted to be one of them old people in the home fucking. Because why you're this age. Why are you still out here trying to do this?
And that's what's crazy. And God bless her, and I got a lot of respect for her for what I know on her. But that's very disappointing
respect for what she's
based on
supporting
what you
us,
know about what her personality was.
Exactly.
It's like, well, but that.
Exactly.
And mind you,
But guess what?
when I seen her, I saw a beautiful woman.
Absolutely.
If she
But guess
wanted
what?
to
He got even
line, I
line.
could understand.
That's
her
what that
getting
whole
braces and
lifestyle
stuff.
do with you. Even Kanye, he got a line. I don't want to fuck it up, but he got a line like, "I never make your mind move to Hollywood." Like, if she can't take it, like, yo, the pressure of being in that environment.
What's wild to me is that
I've seen NBA prospects in high school scrutiny. Not even like before social media, before
Yeah.
YouTube, like just attention because they in a paper every day, and because when they get on the subway, people know who they are, and because if they get in a scuffle somewhere, it's going to be looked at a certain kind of way. I've seen that happen to motherfuckers. I can't imagine the kind of
On that
eyes that's
level.
on them.
On that level.
You see what I'm saying? And especially, imagine being grown and thinking that you figured it all out, you know who you are, and then being thrust into it.
Mm-hmm.
That's just as bad as being a kid. Like, neither one is safe for real. Like, it takes a certain kind of person to be able to do that. I don't want to be as famous as I want to be rich ever.
Yeah.
And I don't think most people do. I think there's some people that want the spotlight, and some people are built for it.
I'm gonna disagree. I think that right now, follows and likes is cash king. So people aren't like, I know a lot of people who have a very large platform that is not monetized because they don't care about making money. They just care about being famous.
But-
and it's like, people take that and look at like, oh, you know, if you famous, you automatically got money. No, a lot of these fucking social media like entrepreneurs and all this stuff, they don't have money. They're
But
just
we gotta
famous.
redefine
Right.
famous, because fame pays. Now, there's a lot of people with 2 million
But like
followers.
she said, they're not utilizing
They
it.
do-
Like
they
she
do
said.
There's
not-
a lot of
it's
people
not
with 2 million
monetized,
followers that
no.
can't sell 10,000 tickets.
That part.
Speaking of which, you have a live event coming up.
Oh.
I was going to get to that. I was going to say that.
Nice segue, Sam. So, let me tell y'all about what I got going on.
Can we please talk about it?
Yeah, when's this drop?
2 weeks. A week. When we need to drop.
Enough time.
Before
You're good.
November 18th.
It was-
Absolutely. You
Okay,
got time.
okay, listen. Chocolate Chip and Sip live November 18th at City Winery in Philadelphia. You can go to citywinery.com and get your tickets now. Okay, listen, boom. Let me tell you
Talk
why
about
y'all should come.
We're going to be there.
Absolutely.
Oh,
We discussed it already. It's
We
been
gonna- we
discussed.
gonna do
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's
Hell
been
yeah.
But talk
discussed.
about it for the people, because I didn't buy my ticket yet, but I'm coming. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it.
I respect it. I respect it. So listen, I'm gonna tell you why you should come. All right. You know that feeling you get when you meet pretty girls in the bathroom? Not you, Sam. You don't know this feeling. Okay, here we go. You know that feeling you get when you meet pretty girls in the bathroom? It's just, yes, queen, yes. This is why you do.
Yes, yes.
That's what the show
That's
is
what y'all
like.
be doing in the
I
bathroom?
love
Yeah, that's why it takes us so
absolutely.
long. What you think we be in there doing?
Y'all be in the
Yes.
yassing?
Yes.
Why y'all ain't hitting the hot spots and trying?
Why were you?
Why would we do that before we got there?
It was done.
I mean,
Sammy.
and it don't need to be done again.
Oh, sometimes, you know, we might start a twerk session, like, you know, about a
I wasn't twerking.
But my
I wasn't
twerk session-
He was definitely twerking. He was definitely twerking. Run the tape back. Run the tape back. Run the tape back.
Sam, you my sister. Don't let her say I was twerking.
I hope
It was
y'all run
already
this tape
said.
back in this clip and go back to him doing this shit,
I'm
right?
doing my thing, like,
He doing his 1-2 step. All right.
In the 90s with mine, you
He
you
doing
was
his
on
1-2
some
step.
shit. Yeah, I'm light.
Okay, or, right?
Uh-huh.
You know that feeling you get after you just hoop, and this is like from a young boy, after you finish hooping, right? And one homie got like a bottle of water and everybody take a pop, and it's just a great feeling of refreshment.
Beer. Go ahead.
When you was young,
She said water.
it was not beer.
When I was young, I ain't share shit.
We gonna
I
work
ain't
on
drink
it.
after my mama.
The Lord's not finished with you yet. It's okay.
mean,
We gonna figure it out.
ask
But
her.
listen,
Ask her.
that's what it feels like. Like, it's just everybody coming together.
That's the
a
vibe.
good vibe. Like, and we're gonna teach you some shit. Like, do you guys know what impact play is?
We will learn on November 18th.
Okay, so impact play is basically like you know, you're spanking, you're using paddles,
Oh, yeah.
flogs, stuff like that.
Did
But
you grow up wanting to be on Sesame Street? You always trying to teach people vocabulary words and shit.
I know, right? I can't help it.
Follow the bouncing ball in this nigga. I know. Anyway,
Listen. So we're going to have a live impact play demonstration. You're going to see a little bit of that. It's very interactive. We got crowd work. Everybody's going to feel like they're a part of the show. It's going to be such a great time. We got the podcast boys is going to be there.
My guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Shout out to the podcast boys.
I'm sitting with them. Fuck it.
That's our family.
Shout out to the podcast
For the
boys.
bull.
Hey, hell yeah. Listen, we got the podcast boys in the building. We got DJ Instant We Trust. It's going to be a vibe. Okay, November 18th at City Winery. You want to be here. Because if you're not here, you ain't going to do shit but look at your timeline and see us all over it.
Tell them. So, tickets is at a 20% left pace already. And y'all going to catch this after. Yeah, so
get them.
It might not be none if you ain't see nothing. Ain't gonna be nothing. You better get some.
Say that then. So you can go to StormyPea.com and get your tickets, or you can go to CityWinery.com and type in chocolate chip and sip or Stormy Pea, and we'll pop right up November 18th at City Winery. Come check us out.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
What episode would that be for you? Which
So we don't release the live shows as episodes.
So you're not filming it?
We are filming it for like highlights and stuff like that for the next show, like the promo that we're dropping right now. So is all stuff from the last show.
What would that line up with episode wise though?
I don't know. I know we're close to 200 right now.
You up there with us?
Yeah, come on, baby.
Talk about consistency and
Yes.
quality and keeping it going.
Absolutely.
Even when they shut the buildings down, they can't shut us up.
You better come on,
Can't
somebody.
shut me up, goddammit.
Amen.
I'm gonna talk my shit in drought, blizzard, and a motherfucking COVID.
Exactly.
Amen.
Shut down.
Amen. Hell yeah. So yeah, make sure
definitely
you
rocking and rolling.
No, that's dope. And I had a feeling that you was somewhere around there. I just wasn't sure, but there's a few people that I kind of been pacing, and I'm like, they've been around since we've been around, been around. And they ain't just pop up and say, hey, everybody else already did it.
Right.
I might as well do it too. And there's nothing wrong with that because we get some good ones. But it's about the intention. It's about knowing what your platform is, knowing what a platform is, understanding branding, understanding marketing, understanding networking, and so that you don't have to have 200 of the same fucking episode.
Yeah, because it's boring, right? That's super boring.
That's what I was saying, shout out to you. That's why I initially, I always do my wrap-ups, but that's why I initially asked in the beginning of the interview, my first question to you was where you get your content from. Because, most people say, of course, through their experiences and all of that, but you add so much more to it. Like you said, like the diction, like the words that you bring up can't be from
being rainbow ass nigga.
Yo, speaking of words, right? I want to share something with y'all. My word for last week was soaking. Do anybody know what soaking is?
Soaking? No.
You know what soaking is?
I mean, in a literal sense.
Yeah, but I haven't felt.
But I'm sure it's something different.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
And not literal, but the first definition that I know.
Hold on.
So, but come on, no, you gotta guess.
Like on the splash, drown.
If that's what you want your guest to be.
Or like on a bukkake tip.
Is that what you want your guest to be?
That's what I would think if it was a sexual connotation.
Okay, what about you? You gotta take a guess. You have to guess.
Because it would be the opposite of squirting.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I wasn't going there. I was going more with like balls than actual.
It looks like you might be right.
Yeah, I would say it's kind of like.
Drowning the balls?
Yeah.
Tea bags?
But more so than like leaving them there and just something else. I don't know.
Okay, well, you were close with leaving them there.
Okay.
So soaking is when you insert your penis into the vagina, but you don't thrust.
Yeah.
Listen.
Name for that shit.
Listen. So there's also a person or third person that you can add on called the jump humper. And they will jump on the bed and create the thrusting motion for you. Yeah. So, long story short, this is a term that was really popularized by Mormons because they don't believe in premarital sex. So, as a loophole,
they just there.
They make you fuck through a sheet.
No, that's not them.
No. If you just sit there,
that's the Amish.
If you just sit there, you're not actually doing it. Somebody else
that's
is.
That's the Amish.
You're actually
but that's
doing
the cop out.
But that's
the freakiest cop out ever.
Listen, I'm telling you, they use it as a loophole to get around premarital sex.
Oh, they swinging.
Like, I didn't do what they did. I was just sitting here.
It's very similar to when like the Catholic girls take it up the butt and call themselves virgins.
No,
like
I had a roommate that had a girl in college. But
am I right though?
Yeah, that's what they do.
Like they just jump. So it's like, are they saying like I didn't do what they did?
Exactly, and they will have someone else in the room with them jumping on the bed, bullshit. Creating the thrusting for them.
Anyway, back to the anal virginity thing.
Wow.
Okay.
I had a roommate that had a jump off, a chick that came through the crib pretty regularly, And he was like, yo, she won't give me the pussy because she got a boyfriend back home, but I could fuck her in the ass. That was like, you know, because her pussy was for her dude. And I'm like,
I just want to salute this queen. It's good for you for having boundaries. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
I'm like,
some things are off limits, Sammie.
Anyway, college is fun. College is fun.
Damn, I didn't stay on campus and I worked.
The crazy thing is, like I said, this is my roommate. We had a townhouse. So we was a couple miles from school, but motherfuckers act like they was in Cancun when they came to our house.
Damn, I lived at home and I worked.
Yeah, because everybody else had apartments. Everybody lived in the same complexes. Or lived on
dorm or something.
Our crib was the crib.
We can let our hair down around here.
Got floors and
I hear so many stories about y'all crib. It's like
everywhere.
crazy. If I can go back in time, oh my god.
If you could have helped, if you'd have came out, you'd had a ball with me. Deanna came out and party with me.
I believe it.
You'd had a ball with me, and you'd have been super safe. You'd have had fun. Cause we was
I would have been a problem at your school.
We was wild, but like not like we got mad homegirls.
Cause I didn't live there. Like I lived in Philly.
Y'all would have been gang. You know what I mean?
I went to Temple where
Even
you already knew everybody,
double-
kind of sort of like. If I came out of state, wait a minute. No,
Nah, you'd
shit might
have
have been a
crazy,
little
but
different.
it would have been one of them things where it's like
I ain't crazy.
we know where we at. We know where we at. When we go back home, it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we know where we at.
That part.
Yeah, so it would have been cool, but that would have been fun. The went to college with one of y'all motherfuckers.
I thought you were about to say the soaking would have been fun.
The soaking.
That is fun. I'm sure.
I mean,
well,
I'm not supposed to be on camera and talk about y'all soaking me, but
we not. But I'm just saying that.
Nobody.
No, that's the clip.
This I get it.
I'm crying.
That's the clip.
No, that's the
Soaking.
clip.
That's the clip.
That's the clip.
Yo, the crazy thing is, I actually was the one that came up with the word on her show.
Clitastrophe, yes.
I said catastrophe, and she was like, "That's the name of the episode."
That's the
and I'm
name
like,
of the episode.
"Oh, I won!"
He
I
won.
won.
I know,
Ding,
I know
ding,
how
ding.
she rock. So I'm like, "Oh, I got it. I
That's
got it."
it.
She
That's
usually
it.
the one that spring the word on him. I had the word.
He
that
beat me
made
to it. I'm a little
She
hot.
sprung a word on me. It was weird as fuck.
Oh, we still.
I can't even pronounce it still. I told her how to pronounce it that day, but now I'm just like.
My
nah,
word came from her defining a situation, and I was like, "That sounds like a catastrophe."
Yeah. Yeah.
Check me out.
Come on, somebody.
All right.
Say it, won't he do it?
Won't he do
Alright.
it? Amen. Amen.
My grandma called me Jesus.
What?
She ain't never lied to me.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Oh.
She called me that before, I'm sure.
Mm.
Anyway.
Told you I ain't grow up like that, so I'm like.
Grandma calls me. I was just shocked that my grandma believed in a black Jesus. You know, a lot of older people don't.
You know what? I'm going to go ask my grandma if she believes in black Jesus. That's a good question. Oh my God. And I have to clip like this part in front of it and put that next to it because do she believe in black Jesus?
No, that's a real thing for older, because you know you grew up in houses with white Jesus on the wall.
Yeah.
In a lot of black families, and it's like when my grandma says it, that's why she says it, because she's.
I think my grandma believed in black Jesus too. I think she did.
I love you, grandma.
Yeah, she loved you too.
Rest in peace to her.
Now, what's a good way to say like, yo, mom, you believe in black Jesus?
That way, right there. Just that way.
I mean, you said she's fun now.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
true.
what I'm saying.
You
just
might
like
could
that.
just fling it out the frisbee.
Yeah, just
See if
slap
she
that
catch
bad
it.
boy out there like that.
See if she catch
Okay.
it. She might spin you. She might tell you about baseball. Then
Now, when I pop up with this black eye, I want you to know
no,
It came from Black Jesus.
it came from black Jesus.
It came from her slipping. Grandma should not be faster than you. Keep your distance.
Oh, that's a good
The
one.
problem
And
is,
work on your slip game.
so you want me to knock her ass out back?
Slip game.
No,
is
you gotta
everything.
slip.
Slip game, everything.
What if I
So let me show you what I did to my
just had
sister.
one
I ain't gonna
punch
show you, but I'm
power.
gonna tell you. My sister was trying to fight me, and I did not want to beat my sister up. Right? I love you, but what I did was, she was kept trying to fight. I just held her head. When you know how people like, I'm like, yo,
Not with the windmill.
But my mom is trying to. My
that's a
mom
real
is trying
thing.
to break us up, and so I'm like, you hitting mommy, dummy. Like, definitely not hitting me.
It was the dummy for me. Like what?
That's how my man.
What?
My man ran away from home one time when we was in high school because he got in a fight with his dad because his dad was living foul. He arguing, they fighting, and one of them go to swing and they hit his mom because she jumped in the middle to break it up.
Yep, exactly.
And he ran out and came to my crib for like 5 days. And he used to beat him out so much we
Didn't even think
Pay
about
attention
it.
to it, yeah.
So his sister called. She beat me. Like, I know he over there. It's time for him to come home. And I'm like, what you mean? Like, come over what? We going to practice tomorrow? Like, he good? And she like, no, you know, he kind of ran away. And my mom was like, well, you know, if things are rough, he could stay here. But it was literally like his mom getting hit was like, and he held it. This tell you about young men. I was close as shit to him. He's sharing a room with me every night.
Right.
Never said nothing. Never said nothing. He wasn't trying to out his family and none of that shit. But that was bothering him. He didn't want to go back and face his father because his mom got hurt. She didn't deserve that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And it was just one of them things where it's like, man, thank God, man. Thank God he had somewhere to go.
Hell yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I mean. Like, thank God my parents was the kind that was like, oh, we got another plate
And
to set
safe
up
haven.
at the table, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Get him a washcloth, like,
Right.
like, but yeah.
It's real these days. Now you get a whole harboring, like you getting charged if you had somebody killed at your house and they ran away. Like,
Real
Really?
shit. Yeah.
you getting charged with that.
But it's crazy because it wasn't like that. Because like I said, his sister was older. She's smart. She knew what it was.
Not fugitive, but you harboring.
But she literally was like, I gave him time. Gave him a couple days. You need to come home now.
Enough is enough,
You know what I
goddammit.
mean? Because it wasn't like his parents was putting out an APB for him.
That's what I'm saying. When it gets to that extent, when it gets
they
to
knew
a
like
report
she
missing
knew that
persons
he was
type
one
of
or
thing.
two places. You could page this homie or that homie, and he's at one of them houses.
Yeah,
Because
I got lightning note.
He's also a fly
Beat me
nigga.
911.
He also a fly
Call
nigga.
me on my
Cell phone.
I'll call
He not
you
gonna be on no
back.
park
Yes.
bench. That's funny.
Bitch.
But he also not gonna be on no park bench because he not that type. You see what I'm saying? Like, so they knew, but it was just one of them things. Like, the older you get, you like everybody don't have parents that.
But that's good, like you
people
said.
can run to.
Yeah, correct. Because guess what? As much as I think that I'm a good parent, I don't think that my kids' friends can come to my house. Like, if they came to my house, I would probably be calling their parents trying to figure out what's going on. Like,
Absolutely.
rather than saying I probably would say at the end of the day if they couldn't, but I don't know if my mom would be there. Like, my mom was always like, yo, if you
He
here.
literally used to stay in my house for a week at a time though. Like,
So that's why you said you didn't even know.
We
You
went to
ain't
the
even
same
know.
high school. We played on the same AAU
cooking.
basketball team. We played on the same summer league. Like 3 of our team. I played for like 3-4 teams at a time when I was a kid. He was on like 2 of them. So
And that's
it was
different,
like we
too.
would always land at each other's house for
Yeah.
multiple days. But he lived in North and they ain't had air conditioning and shit. And only the parents' room did. So
Yo.
the middle room used to get the air from the parents' room. So we used to sleep on the sister floor sometimes. But when I slept in his room, I was up all night. So
Speaking
niggas
of-
used to come to my crib.
Speaking of air conditioning, right?
My window fan was on thump.
It's funny that you say that. Speaking of air conditioning, so my son goes to a charter school, and you know the whole building is air conditioned, right? So in like the beginning of the school year, you know, they was letting some of the kids out early because some of the school district don't have air, right?
But they did.
And he's stuck.
Like I said, my son goes to a charter school, right? So he comes home, he gets on the game, and he comes storming in my room like, "How come we ain't get out of school early?"
Because
And I'm
everybody
like,
else been home.
"Well, because
You weren't suffering.
I said all your friends got out early because it's hot today, and their school doesn't have air conditioning." And he looked me dead in my face and said, "What? Every school doesn't have air conditioning?"
I know that's right.
No, you privileged little nigga. No, they don't.
I was about to say, because you're privileged.
He could not fathom that you could have kids in school for 8 hours and not have air. And I'm like,
because it doesn't make sense.
I'm
But let me
like,
ask you this.
but I'm like, you think this is crazy? When I was growing up, we didn't get out early.
I was just asking, that's how
Oh,
let me
you
ask
know
you
what they
this.
did? They turned
I
the
was
lights
wondering-
off and told
And put
you,
your hand down.
and
Put your hand down.
Hold up,
Bro.
This is what I was about to ask him. Like, did we get out early? Because we go
No,
way
they
back.
turned the lights
No.
off. They would
'Cause I
still
don't remember that.
They would turn the lights off, and if you put your head down, you wouldn't get in trouble. And it was,
Yeah.
that was all. But the crazy thing is, I went to Roman, right? And they was doing construction on Broad Street. They put central air in Roman Catholic because before I got there, like right before I got there, because they couldn't have the windows open and teach. They complained. Now, mind you, this is Roman Catholic complaining. Every school is not going to get that.
Right,
They did a lot
right.
around Temple and ENS didn't.
Right.
You know
I'm
what I
about to
mean?
say Central. We
But
didn't have
like-
Air Central.
But like
We sure enough didn't.
When I got there,
No.
'cause I came from ENS, and ENS was always too fucking hot or cold. Like I used to walk around with no like with my gym
The
shit
office,
on.
every office had air. Even the math teacher office, the English teacher's office, like
Yeah, and that's
them
what we
little
had
offices
that
in the
shit.
coast, the main office had air.
All we had
Nah,
was
nah.
heat.
But everything else,
And you know what
we had
really
heat. We had project heat in ENS. When I got to Roman, I was like, this shit is comfortable.
So y'all know, like, I already got my own gripes about how, you know, we was hot as shit going to school. We didn't get out early, right? On top of that, these kids walked around with Pooh Shiesty masks and hoodies all fucking summer and was fine. But now that it's time to go to school, it's too hot. We gotta let them out. If you don't suck my dick.
Well, they ain't
no, I'm good with you on that one.
Oh, yeah, not my kid. Not my kid.
But the ones who was let out was the ones walking around with the hoodies, the Pooh Shiesty joints.
Because my son's school don't play that shit. They're very strict on uniforms.
I just don't understand. I don't. I dress for seasons. Now, my biggest non-seasonal thing, I guess, is like wearing hoodies and shorts.
You getting old, Sam.
No, like, it's like the best of both worlds. Like, a hoodie, I can sleep anywhere if I got a good hoodie on. And if I got basketball shorts on, I'm comfortable as shit. So, like, a hoodie, ball shorts, and slides is, like, heaven for me. And it don't really matter the weather. If it's over 50, I can do it.
I'm 50? Not gonna lie, this is a dad lay, dog. It's that
over
time.
45, actually, because I used to grill in that shit during football.
It's a dad lay.
I couldn't wear that time. Like, it had to be 70 for me.
I mean, but I grew up playing AAU basketball and shit. And
sure.
But you're not still playing ball, though, so you have body temperature is not.
I'm explaining to you.
You don't ball anymore.
When you first,
you don't do that.
When you start, I'm this old. That when we first started playing, niggas didn't wear slides. There was no slides.
Right. No chocolate.
The first time that you had to play ball all day and you took your shoes off and you put on slides, it might be like women taking their bra off at the end of the day or something. Like, you get addicted to slides when you used to.
It's not like women take their bra off because it's still not cool. If you got to wear a bra, it's not cool to walk outside without one.
Oh, no. I'm not saying
if you have to.
I'm talking about the relief of like putting your foot in something.
Because now it's cool to walk outside with slides. That's why I had to differentiate.
Well, please stop going to the club with these fuzzy slippers on, y'all.
People go to the club with them?
Yes, man.
I've been on hiatus.
And please, if you can't wear shoes past 15 minutes past the door, just find some fly sneakers. Like, what are we doing, yo? Like, this shit is weird. Like, the laziness is at an all-time high.
Speaking of that, I'm going to a sneaker ball next week, and I'm excited as shit.
Oh,
that
yeah.
I can wear.
What sneakers you wearing? Can I see them?
I'm trying to figure out what sneakers to wear. I was going to buy some. We'll talk.
Yeah. Because I like the sneaker ball look. I hate how a lot of people do it.
So I like J1s because they
safe, or you could just tell that they know nothing about sneakers.
I wasn't going safe, but I just think that I'm wearing a gown. I think gowns look right with high top sneakers, so I was going to wear retros.
Well, Jordan ones go good.
That's what I was going to do.
It's even, but there's like the stacked Pumas, even like the clog type, but they fly like with the designs on them that.
I know Puma. You're a Puma spokesman.
But no, I'm not even going to try to.
You like Puma too?
I love Puma.
Oh my God, I love Puma.
I wouldn't make you wear Puma.
No, I would if it was a cute pair. Send me some.
But at the same
gown
time,
is black
like,
with a little.
I think the fashionable Pumas would look cute.
Send me what that look like, and I might go on.
I'll send it to you.
Because I think, and also, I find the deals.
I'm really going to send that joint to you.
Listen, I just want an invite. Like, you need a +1. Like, what's up?
I'll tell you offline this where it's at.
Boom.
I'm not giving
but enjoy and kill that shit. You know what I'm saying?
do it. You know,
you only got one job, man. Go out there, kill shit, come back home.
KIA killed it again.
Oh, Kia. Who the fuck is Kia?
I don't know. I'm Fia, but I killed that shit.
I ain't mad at it. Boom.
I ain't fucking
Biggity
with y'all.
boom.
You already
This
know.
is what happens when I sit next to y'all.
Boom by bip.
I don't even know what we talked about, but I feel like we talked about everything.
We did, but tell them again.
The
we got something
show
coming up.
is important.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, the live show is important. November 18th at City Winery. It's Chocolate Chip and Sip Podcast. The podcast boss.
Yeah.
DJ and Stan We Trust. It's going to be a vibe. Get your tickets.
And SippinwitSammie podcast will be in the book.
We gonna be there.
Hold on. Now don't say y'all gonna be here and y'all don't show up.
No, we gonna be there.
Because when I say make some noise for SippinwitSammie Podcast,
we there.
I don't want it to be crickets. Like, who the fuck is that?
No, we're there.
When I take the microphone and start giving out flowers, don't hide.
Listen, I ain't mad
Don't
at it.
hide. I'm the type to hop on the stage with you. I ain't scared.
I ain't mad at it. I really hope you guys come.
For you.
I really want y'all to come.
If it's for me, I stay my ass.
Because y'all didn't come to the last one.
We had this one.
So, I hope y'all come.
So you notice how she called us out last time, like y'all didn't come to my show, and then it happened.
But you know,
this is what happens.
Our live joint is coming soon too.
Absolutely is.
Yes.
We had our first one at 100,
and you didn't come to that one.
Well, when was it?
Last year.
Year over that.
Were we besties yet?
Yeah.
I don't
Doesn't matter. We making up for all that. Let's go.
But anyway, like I said, we're gonna be there. We're gonna show some love. I'm
howling that case face.
And we're gonna have some fun because you are ridiculous.
in such an amazing
I think
way.
ridiculous fits you. Yeah, ridiculous.
Ridiculous. I like it.
Fits you.
I like it.
I'm with that.
Ridiculous.
Oh, that sounds a little spicy.
that, right?
That sounds a little spicy. Okay,
Ridiculous.
I ain't mad at it.
I only speak English.
Her name is
Ebonics,
Ridiculous.
and a little tiny bit of French. English, Ebonics.
We was in French class together.
I know. And I feel like I took French for 5 years and learned the same fucking thing.
Yo, I almost spit.
Oh my god! How you get the French 5 and you still on Como se va?
Nah, I mean when you start French in middle school and then you started French 1 in high school. And then
So you get
like,
easy A because you could have went to like French 2 or 3
And
probably.
you just started over.
I mean, I cheated in it.
Okay, well
You know
before
my
it's
French
over.
name?
What?
Jacques Von Rees.
So I went to Spanish in school. You know what my Spanish name is? Mercedes.
Hold on, wait, because now y'all got me confused. Because I'm like, I know his name is not Jack, so why is his name Jacques?
My name is James. Jacques in French. James in French is Jacques.
Exclusive.
At the
You called him
time-
Samuel last time.
I did.
At the
I did call him
time-
Samuel.
Exclusive.
And I told you
Samuelson.
I told you that actually wasn't why you was confused.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Jacques Vaughn was just a basketball player that I fucked with, so I put the Vaughn
All
in
right.
it because it sounded French. So
Let me-
Jacques
please.
Vaughn.
So if we making up names,
And
you know what my name was, and then we gonna go.
Reese.
My name that I made up when I was in 8th grade and I was doing some real grown shit was Vidage de Maurier.
Okay, well, since we being
What the
honest,
fuck is that?
I made that shit up.
Vidal
Vidage,
Sassoon?
Vidage de Maurier. Get that shit right.
sounds very Russian. If we're being honest.
Vidage. I could look like a Vidage too.
I see that though,
Now that you
especially
got
with the
the
blonde
short-
shortcut. Yo.
That's about to be my new name. So when we at chocolate, when if somebody asks you about Vidage and chocolate chip and sip,
Vidage? Yeah, she over there. She over there.
You gotta tag
Vidage de
The
Maurier.
blonde mushroom.
Because I was trying to have a good money name. I was like Vidage de Maurier.
Vidage de Maurier do sound rich as fuck.
It sounded like some shit. No way you made that up.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what she was going for. Like, I know how she think, yo. She tried to overdo the thing. Like, no, they would never think I
It
made
definitely
this up.
goes with the hair.
And I was in 8th grade too.
Yeah,
And
but
you
she
came
didn't
up
have the
with- you
hair.
came up with
And
this
she
shit
didn't
in
have the
8th
hair.
grade?
8th grade.
That's talent.
Vidage de Maurier.
What
That's
was
real
you
talent.
watching? Pretty Woman?
I don't know. And when we played school, my name was Dream Taya. When I was 6, my name was Dream Taya.
Anyway,
I made up a lot of names.
When
final
I-
announcements.
Oh, my final announcement is when I was a kid, my name was Kimberly, not only for the Pink Ranger, but when I was a child, I had an imaginary friend who was a mermaid who drowned in the bathtub. And when she died, I took on her identity.
Not a mermaid that
So I
drowned.
should have
have a
known
question.
from a child that something was wrong with me.
Because your mermaid drowned.
This
sis.
is a real, I'm not lying to y'all. This is real
Who
shit.
the fuck drowned the mermaid?
Bro, me as an adult, I look back like, what the fuck
Like,
was
did
I
somebody
going through?
literally hold her
Something
face?
happened.
Because she could breathe under there.
Yeah.
Like, how did that
I'm
happen?
telling y'all what I
Did
went
you
through as
see
a
it?
child.
Skipping past a lot of
was a
stuff.
massacre.
You drowned a mermaid.
I didn't drown her. She drowned in the tub, and then I assumed
But
her
it was
identity.
your
No, your
imagination.
subconscious drowned her.
Yeah, it was your imagination.
You know, my problem is I kept reading them damn Goosebumps books and
And
Animorphs
Drop Dead Fred.
and
Did you watch
Shivers.
Drop Dead Fred?
I did
I
read
watched
Drop Dead Fred. Yeah.
You had to. Have.
Yeah.
You
Drop
had
Dead
to.
Fred
have.
was
I don't know. I was
No
just-
panties.
No panties.
And Are You Afraid of the Dark? All that shit.
That was my
No,
shit.
the Goosebumps shit was my shit though. I fuck with
Yeah.
We used to order the books all the time.
R.L.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to order the books all the time. And my kids was into it too now, actually. I got them into it.
And that's why now, binge on true crime podcasts.
That's why you're so creative, though.
That could be it. That could very
You
well
had
be it.
imagination like so
Stop
young.
giving her credit for drowning mermaids though. Like,
I didn't drown
That's some
her.
creative-
you
She
drowned a
drowned.
mermaid,
Bro,
yo.
that's some creative shit.
Yo, you know there's no statute of limitations on murder.
Yeah.
Ariel, which one was it? Her sister?
It was Kimberly.
It was
Oh,
Kim.
Kimberly.
Remember
I
she
forgot.
wanted the whole thing.
But she took her. No, she took her. And You On Us, my scariest movie in the world. You know, the
Wow.
doppelganger. You know, took
And
her.
I
at that.
did take her identity. I did. Like
Yeah,
when
That's
I
some
did
single
wanna
white
talk some
female
single
shit.
I know.
Right?
Nigga.
Listen, I went through
That's a
some shit.
movie, by the way.
Correct.
Right. That's crazy. So
Long
anyway,
story short, come see Kimberly November 18th.
Come see Kimberly.
Chip and Sip live.
Okay,
City
Kimberly.
Winery. Get your tickets now.
We gonna be in a building. Make sure you see it.
Listen, Kimberly gonna be lit. And you know what? I'm gonna have like a mermaid stuffed teddy or something on there. Like, oh, Kimberly still rocking with me.
hilarious,
You should, too.
yo. I just thought of like 3 gifts to get you when you win your Emmy or whatever the fuck you do. I got so
She
many
about to have an
ideas.
EGOT. This
Cause she's fucking crazy, and it's like, you know what? I'm gonna get you the best prank gift in the world. You gonna look at it and be like, I should have never said this shit.
Should have never told nobody. I don't even think I said that on my podcast. So yeah, y'all definitely got the
It ain't the mermaid
Exclusive.
thing.
What you suck on?
I thought a couple before that. So
Wait.
it's neither here nor
You'll just have to wait and see.
it's neither here
All
nor.
right.
It won't be a surprise.
That part.
So, my lovely co-host, let the people know.
Well, you can find me at everything on the scene. So, on the scene magazine, on the scene notary. We have the websites, we have the IG pages, but
Let's pour it one more time. So
we're gonna pour it one more time as I'm doing this outro. Make sure you find me on the scene magazine.com, on the scene notary.com. We are there for your positive information, your positive news. Everything. It's a lifestyle brand. Everything in a positive format. On the scene notary, we're there. It's so important that we notarize our documents. We instill wills that we have so we can make sure this general wealth is passed on. It's so important. On the scene notary.com, on the scene magazine.com, otsnotary.com. Make sure you follow us.
generational wealth, star, but we have a black notary. We know how our things get played with. We know how things get remixed. That's a big fucking deal. Let's give it up for that.
Yeah, thank you. It's really, you know what?
It's nice to have somebody that I believe in making it official.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But as an aside, it's really important that you make sure that you get your affairs in order. It's so many properties in a lot of inner city areas. If you're in Philadelphia, if you're in B-More, if you're in DC, if you're in New York, if you're in LA, if you're in Chicago, if you're in St. Louis, if you're in Miami, I'm just saying, not even that you're missing out before the opportunity. What I want to say is that our families already had these opportunities, and you got to make sure that you keep it in order so you keep that opportunity, and somebody else don't come up off you. So I just want to say that's why it's so important for notaries and people like me who really care about people like us and make sure that we continuously and continuing this generational wealth and keeping things where it's supposed to be. And that's real.
That's what I was speaking to. And you spoke to Baltimore. I got homies coming up off of Baltimore properties right now.
Correct.
Because people with affairs wanted to know that things was flying. And
we used to have dollar houses in Philly, and I believe in Baltimore they still got the dollar houses for certain people. So absolutely,
out there
absolutely.
That's like, we literally, I went down there with the homie about a month ago, and he, what street is this?
Yeah.
Like before the light change.
Damn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's real. It's real.
Yeah.
So
it's really important. So that's why it's near. Everything that I do is really near and dear and true to my heart. Like I said, I want to be a walking resource. I said that earlier in the interview, and that's just something that I really, really aspire to do.
You no longer have to say that you want to be a walking resource.
I am a walking resource.
You can now say that you are a walking resource.
Correct.
You've been beating that drum for a while, and you found more way to be more resourceful.
Correct.
So that's what it is now.
It is what it is.
So salute to you ladies. I appreciate y'all time, energy, and all of that. And
yeah, man. Follow me on the gram at Stormy Pea at Chocolate Chip and Sip.
Follow my girl, please.
Shout out to Kravitz too.
Absolutely.
Woo.
By the way, but yeah, that's what it is. Sippin' with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool Rug. I'm sipping with Stormy Pea and Sunny Break. What the fuck you gonna do? Holla!
That's the one that I want. Strawberry inside, cognac outside. Kiss off, pack loud. That's the one that I want. That's the one that I want. That's the one that I want. Strawberry inside, cognac outside. Kiss off, pack loud. That's the one that I want. That's the one that I want. That's the one that I want. Look, I'm as wild as you think. Give me that pink, give me hers too in a few. One last drink, we gon' do what it do. Later just think, dark room, black lights blue. Secrets and labs waiting, room and maid service. Clueless of what them walls went through. Kinky swear had to be there. It would've been you, Malone style. Don't front now, she return all favors. Paper ain't why we here, she know we all players. GMs, coaches and captains, I'm trying to whip up cream. Shorty tell me what's happening, they ain't gon' intervene. Only heighten pleasure and make sure you get off steam. Candles blown, dreams come true, you know what I mean. Strawberry inside, cognac outside. Kiss off, pack loud. That's the one that I want. That's the one that I want. That's the one that I want. Strawberry inside, cognac outside. Kiss off, lock. That's the one that I want. That's the one that I want. That's the one that I want.
Yeah, she smoke a lot of weed. I call her Mary Jane. Floating in the clouds on a private plane. My favorite private dancer, I'ma make it rain. She screaming, oh my God, don't say his name in vain. Inside pink, she want the bazooka, that ain't bubble gum. Put some syrup on that ass, girl, we making honey buns. Call your girlfriend, she can play, it's a 2-on-1. So many flavors I could pick, I'm good with either one. Tastes like cookies and cream, top with a strawberry. Watch them cross over their legs, I feel like Marbury. Then I put some fudge in her mouth, and now we all married.
That's the one that I want. Strawberry inside, cognac outside. Kiss off, pack lock. That's the one that I want. That's the one that I want. That's the one that I want. Strawberry inside, cognac outside. Kiss off, pack lock. That's the one that I want.